Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Event 21, our second 2 vs 2 pick and ban event. This time, the players will be racing to Act 5 Katava instead of Azaro. This is a pro event, and in this event is DeadandDoom and Gucci as Team 1, Zizaran and Nugiyen as Team 2. Casting with me today is ex-professional, Quake player, Lasting Cap. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for the intro. Ex-professional, might be getting back into Quake Champions. You know, might be. We never know. But great to be here, man.
Good to hear. Good to hear. All right, let's jump right into pick and ban phase. We'll give the players a better introduction in a second. I'm gonna go ahead and let Nugiyen know they have selected first pick before the event started, that they can give me their answer right now.
Yeah, and talking with the teams earlier today, this morning, some interesting picks and bans, I think. If they weren't trolling me, this is gonna be interesting.
Really? Not gonna give me any hints?
I don't want to spoil anything, because if I give you a hint, it's pretty obvious. So.
True. They may be stream sniping. We never know.
Yeah, that's why I'm just gonna be careful. Let the picks come in first, but yeah.
Okay. Okay. See, I don't know. Although I did talk to Team 2 here, Nugiyen's beforehand, what stuff they could do. They shot on my ideas like all together. I came up with a strategy to like take down DeadandDoom and Gucci, and like, what? No way, dude. So hopefully when we get new challengers, I'm gonna tell them the same strat, and we'll see if they like it.
Yeah, absolutely. I spoke with Ziz earlier today, but about half an hour ago, and I was like, any secret, strats or picks and bans? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? And he's like, well, we're gonna do this and this for the bands. I'm like, oh, okay. So, what is DeadandDoom known for?
I'd say he's a really strong caster and melee player. So like Templar and Marauder are his go-to, and I guess duelist. So Sunder, Firestorm, stuff like that. Gucci, on the other hand, he's gonna be more of a shadow. He can do Fire Nova Mine. He can do like Contagion, Essence Drain, Blight. He can do Lightning Trap. But Lightning Trap doesn't have the single, so he has a lot of options too. They're very diverse players.
Absolutely. So that Nugiyen and Zizaran's hands are kind of full right now, trying to do the bans to be really effective against DeadandDoom and Gucci, because they're so well versed that you ban Sunder or something like that, or Leap Slam or blah blah blah. They're going to be able to do something else just as good. So
exactly.
I have a sneaking suspicion. Now tell me if you agree with this. I'm
gonna have to interrupt you 1 second. First ban in Leap Slam.
There it is. So it looks like Zizaran was okay. Yeah, all right. So this is what I was told, and there's another one coming in. So we'll see if that holds true. But yeah, I knew Leap Slam was coming in, and that's a huge move by them. It's smart, I think.
Yeah.
What do you think?
DeadandDoom is like, people say, wow, look at his Leap Slams. 5k elo Leap Slams. It's honestly pretty insane. So you kind of even the playing field a bit, and you reduce how effective Sunder is. And wow, quick second ban by DeadandDoom. This is actually kind of amazing to me. Blink arrow ban.
Oh, that is really smart against somebody like Nugiyen. That is, yeah. Smart pick by DeadandDoom and Gucci. That's huge. So it looks like both teams are going for movement skills right now. Leap Slam, and now we're going against Blink Arrow and Nugiyen being a bow character. Nice pick. The gloves are coming off. These two are going. They know each other very well. These two teams. So.
They've done their homework.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Now, do you think they're going to ban Rain of Arrows? I think they're going to target Nugi and show Ziz some disrespect and not ban anything.
I don't think they will, because Nugi showed last time he can just use Shrapnel Shot, level 1 skill. So they're definitely not going to waste a ban on Shrapnel Shot, because then Nugi can use something else, then go bows later, or he can just play like caster or something. So.
Yeah, but remember his post-race interview? His post-race interview, he's like, yeah, I didn't really like Shrapnel Shot. It was all right for early on, but blah, blah, blah.
It still worked, though.
It still worked, yes, that's true. No, good point. I think Rain of Arrows is the stronger skill in his hands, so we'll see what DeadandDoom can do here.
Team Nugi taking a long time with their bans. DeadandDoom has already set our ban world record, 20 seconds. Nugi taking at least a minute on each of his bans. He has 50 seconds left.
So I think, personally, I think Nugi and Zizaran are talking about, because they had a plan. They had their 2 bans already pretty much done from what the Ziz told me. But I think with that Blink Arrow ban that just came in, I think Nugi and Ziz are now revisiting some strats on their ban pick.
Yeah, I could definitely agree with that. I didn't know Nugi did talk about, hey, I'll just use Flame Dash or something on a bow guy. It's kind of weird, but like it could happen. Now, what would make this whole race really strange would be if Nugi and Ziz or DeadandDoom Gucci banned Flame Dash.
That would be
a Quicksilver race then, yeah.
It would literally be a Quicksilver race. They're going to be begging for movement speed on their boots because at that point, no movement skill race to Katava, that's pretty rough.
Oh my god, right at the 2-minute mark? Flame Dash ban. Holy what?
Shit. Okay, this race is I don't wow.
Wow. What?
No movement skill allowed. That is a Quicksilver race now. Hey, now do you think they're gonna go double Quicksilver? Doing the Den reward?
Yeah, I feel like the Den quest is actually like really strong now.
Yeah?
It's like are they listening to us? Are they stream sniping? I hope not. But like,
yeah, I don't know.
they're just like, you know what? We're not gonna do any homework. We're not gonna practice at all. We'll just listen to what the casters say and be like, yeah, that'd be pretty funny if we did exactly what they chose.
We know Havoc and Blastic Cup were asking us early on what each other were gonna do. Let's just listen to them real quick. Let's find out what they.
Like, hey man, the casters talk to both teams. They probably have some good insight. They've been doing some theory crafting. Maybe they know what's best. And I would say we would probably demolish any competition if me and you raced.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, the real question is, what's going to be the ban for Team DeadandDoom and Gucci here?
Well, it literally came in as you said that. Flame Blast ban.
Flame Blast? Really?
I did not expect that at all. That's kind of out of left field.
I didn't expect that either. Yeah, I would have thought something like Rain of Arrows to target Nugi, or, you know, maybe Sunder to target Ziz, or...
Okay, I have an idea what they might be doing. They might be trying to take the really good early caster skills. But... But on that, though, Nugi has first pick, so they can take Sunder. And Zizaran is pretty good at Sunder.
Yeah, see... I was thinking, because I saw Zizaran practicing with Cleave early, which is, you know, obviously you switch to Cleave to Sunder, so I'm thinking maybe Ziz is going to go with Sunder route? I don't know.
Yeah, this is definitely interesting. Honestly, I don't really understand the Flame Blast ban. It's weird, because they don't have first pick. There's no Sunder ban, so... I feel like they will 100% pick Sunder. Like, there's no way they don't pick Sunder here. Because you don't want to give DeadandDoom. And you don't want to give it to Gucci. Both of them very good Sunder players.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like that ban choice, though, honestly. I don't think Flame Blast is... Well, maybe they know something we don't. They're the pros for a reason, but not getting a Flame Blast ban. I don't understand that. I would have gone with Sunder. I mean, Sunder, or maybe even Cleave.
It is like a Katava race, so picking a 28 skill is advantageous. Because if a level 12 skull or 4 skull is not banned beforehand, then they just they can use it until they get to that level 28 skill. And then right away, Nugi picks Sunder. It's probably going to be traded to Zizaran, so...
Yeah, he just wanted to claim it first, obviously. He had first pick, exactly. So I think, honestly, I'm like about 90% sure Zizaran's going to be going Sunder at this point. Because he was warming up a Cleave early on, about an hour ago, getting his, shaking the rust off with Cleave leveling, so... Thing is, he was using Cleave in Act 5, so maybe he was anticipating Sunder to be banned, and he was practicing his Cleave meta, but...
Oh my god, that was a 14-second double pick from Team DeadandDoom and Gucci. Cleave and Glacial Cascade. Wow, that was instant.
Wow, okay. That's a good combination, though. Cleave and Glacial Cascade. I kind of like those picks.
I'm thinking Ziz. No, what does Ziz level with then if he doesn't have Cleave?
That is, that's a really good strategy pick, by the way, by DeadandDoom and Gucci. They just robbed Zizaran of his leveling skill to transition into Sunder.
This is interesting. So
these mind games that these two teams are playing against each other right now are insane. No movement skills.
So I'll be honest, I actually discussed this exact strategy with Nugi and Ziz last night. you leave Sunder open, but you take all the OP early game skills to make DeadandDoom and Gucci play some really bad skills. But they're like, nah, no way, we don't need to do that. But then DeadandDoom and Gucci thinking of that exact same strategy on their own. I didn't tell them at all, unless someone leaked it.
It seems
and they're
like
deciding, hey, we could do that against them. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it seems like DeadandDoom and Gucci pretty much knew, hey, we're going to leave Sunder open, and we know Nugi's going to take it, or Zizaran's going to take it, because, you know, Sunder OPOP, but let's just rob them of their leveling skill before they can get to Sunder. That's some sneaky 2 steps, 3 steps ahead type of thought process right there.
3D, 5D chess, it's
yeah, that's...
Yeah. Alright, last
well
pick coming
played.
in. I'd say this was expected. Nugi going with Blast Rain.
Blast Rain, that's, yeah, I mean, I thought maybe Rain of Arrows, but Blast Rain is really efficient, especially early on, so, I mean, yeah, I can see that. So it looks like the roles are reversed, essentially, but Nugi's going to be Blast Rain, Zizaran's going to be Sunder. I don't know how Zizaran is going to level up to get to Sunder, though. This is going to be interesting.
You could Molten Strike. What can you use?
I guess Molten, but that's even gonna be. I don't know, man. That is. Oh man.
I am literally just thinking right now. Like I have my hand on my chin, scratching it, just like, what is he actually gonna use before Sunder?
It's Molten. Like that's all he's gonna be able to do. It's
Ground
Molten
Slam?
Strike. I maybe, but Ground Slam does like no damage, dude. Like man, I think it's gonna be Molten Strike, honestly. If he's going to be effective, man, and keep up with Nugi and not be a boat anchor,
So it is a party race. So maybe Nugi can carry the AoE with like his bow skills, and Ziz will just go pure single target. That is technically an option, as long as you can keep up with levels.
Yeah, that's one thing that a lot of people don't. If you're just kind of like watching races and stuff like that, and me being a newer racer, I noticed that keeping your levels up to the zone is a big thing. So, yeah, he's gonna have to worry about keeping up with most likely Nugi.
Exactly, especially in a party race. It's very easy to mess up levels when one player goes really fast. I say the level of coordination and like knowing what level you need to be in each zone is like 2 or 3 times harder than solo play. Solo play, it kind of just works out because you do a lot of stuff and you get a lot of XP, but you go a lot quicker in a party and you kill way less, or you're in leveling zones for way less time, and you're in boss killing zones, which don't give a lot of XP. So you really got to plan out when you kill. So this is going to be very difficult for Ziz today.
Absolutely, it's going to be interesting, and I think when teams split up to in like especially Act 3 and Act 4 to cover more ground, that's where you're going to have to worry about getting behind on XP or getting too far ahead of XP with your party mate. So
exactly.
And a little more insider information. I know DeadandDoom and Gucci have done at least 2 practice runs for this event. Nugi and Ziz were practicing a little bit earlier today, but I don't know.
You know what they practiced?
They practiced. Actually, no, I don't. I think Gucci did. No, actually, I don't know. I know they did 2 practice runs, and I saw Gucci doing Spectral Throw, but that was in a different league, so wasn't sure what he's practicing as. But I know they did at least 2 practice runs yesterday. So.
Okay.
And like I said, I saw Zizaran practicing earlier today. He was using Cleave in Act 5, and he died once to Avarius. So you might see some rips to some Act 5 bosses by Ziz. Who knows?
Apparently, they've practiced this exact setup, says Ventura.
Really?
Yeah.
This is so Cleave and Glacial Cascade they practiced? Oh, wow. I think, so what's the polls looking like? Do we have a poll for
We do have a poll going right now. I'm not sure if many have voted on it yet. So if in your bottom right corner
I'm
of the
screen, place my vote.
Yeah, go ahead and place your vote for either Team DeadandDoom and Gucci or Team Nugi and Zizaran. I guess this is the battle of EU today. No NA versus EU is just, hey, I represent EU. I guess Ziz is from Ireland. Does that count?
Yeah, that's reaching. That's reaching a little bit.
Region?
So,
okay.
Yeah, it's reaching a little bit. But as I casted my vote, I'm seeing it was really close. It was 52% to 48%. DeadandDoom having a lead, and now the lead is just growing for DeadandDoom and Ziz. It's Gucci.
They are kind of the crowd favorite.
Yeah.
You could technically argue that DeadandDoom is probably the best player right now, and Gucci is the second best player. If you look at past events, DeadandDoom rank 1, Gucci rank 2, always right behind them. But there's a caveat here. Gucci is from Singapore. DeadandDoom is somewhere in Europe. I don't remember where, but DeadandDoom in Gucci's zone has like 300 ping. Gucci in DeadandDoom's zone has 190 ping. So they're definitely handicapping themselves in a way.
Very true. I remember when Nuki, DeadandDoom, and Gucci were practicing for the pro event against Q-Dog. A lot, you know, I would hear DeadandDoom mumble like, "Oh, this is a Gucci area because it's like 400 ping," you know. So they'll get used to it though. I'm pretty sure, you know, DeadandDoom is used to it at this point. And GucciPradas is a pro at playing at high ping. You know, he's winning races left and right at 400 ping. So.
Exactly. Yeah, they're definitely practiced doing that. Let's take a look at single target here. Which team do you think has more single target?
I think, wow, we factor in Glacial Cascade and Cleave together versus Blast Rain and Sunder. I think, depending on gear, I think the DeadandDoom GucciPradas team might have a little bit more. What do you think? That's a tough one. Blast Rain has a ton of damage so early on, and so does Sunder. So, God, do I want to say they're pretty equal?
So my analysis is Cleave is not going to have too much damage unless he gets two really good weapons. Gucci's Glacial Cascade should do a lot of damage. Glacial Cascade mines are like crazy. There's like, I think it's 100% chance Gucci is going mines until Glacial Cascade mines. So I'd say Gucci is the carry on the damage. DeadandDoom's kind of there just to be the tank. He will get the threshold jewel for Fortify. So there's that aspect. He'll be really tanky. Nugi and Zizaran on the other hand, Sunder and Blast Rain. Sunder's pretty good single target, very good for the hard phase. Blast Rain, it's not bad, it's not good, I'd say, but it's...
I think you're underrating Blast Rain. I really do. Yeah, I do.
If he gets the Conk effect stuff going, it could be pretty strong. I might be underrating it.
As a player who levels bow characters left and right, you know, Blast Rain is usually my go-to for leveling when it comes to single target. And hell, I just use it for everything at some points in Act 2 and Act 3 and Act 4. Blast Rain is actually really damn good, man. But that's with twink gear, so I don't know. It depends on what type of gear these guys get. If they get to hit the RNG streak and they're like, hey, I got a really nice bow, Blast Rain just takes advantage of the gear. So we'll see, man. But Blast Rain has the potential to be a beast depending on their gear.
Okay. So I think I might give a slight advantage to actually Nugi and Zizaran. I feel like Gucci is going to be like 90% of the damage on DeadandDoom's team, but on other team, I feel like they both have very strong single target damage with Sunder and Blast Rain.
So I can't trade a Brune Twine to Nugi. So there goes my strategy. I was going to try to help Nugi and Ziz out and give them a mirrored bow, but I can't do that apparently. So.
It's unfortunate. It's over now.
It's over. It's all ogre. It's all ogre.
It's all ogre.
Man. All right, let me pull up the Watcher here.
Yep, make sure you get that up. We definitely want to know what type of gear choices they have in this race. So let's take a look at classes. DeadandDoom, Duelist. Gucci, Shadow. Zizaran, Duelist. Nugi, Ranger. I'd say that's expected. Nothing surprising here. Ziz, gonna be using Sunder. Nugi, going to go with the Blast Rain. Gucci, I want to say 99% Glacial Cascade mines. Maybe we'll see self-cast, but I think unlikely. And DeadandDoom, Cleave. Looks like we're about 1 minute to start. I'm going to end the poll. We'll end the poll now. Maybe like 10 seconds.
Can you link me in the Watcher in one of the channels? Real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks, man.
It is linked.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much.
Yep, as you click on items only, it will load all the profiles instantly. Big shout out to actually Ocelix for developing the Watcher for the casters, and also shout out to Musty for developing our new starting animation for this event. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, both those guys are absolute beasts and legends who need to get some credit for the work they're putting behind the scenes. Musty's a monster at graphical design, and yeah, I really like the Watcher right now. It's just super nice.
Oh man, 14 seconds. I'm excited.
Yeah, this race is insane. No movement skills. I'm really excited to see this.
I want to see if they do done. Okay, so I'm going to need you to go for like 40 seconds here while I remove all these helmet extensions on their streams. let you have that.
Yeah. So essentially, I think we might actually see the strat. We've been talking about the strat a couple times now, but if you do the Den quests, you get a second Quicksilver. That's going to be massive for a race like this, where there's no movement skills, no leap slam, no blink arrow, and no flame dash. You know, so movement skills are a huge thing, and yeah, they're not there anymore. So what else can you do? Stack Quicksilvers. So I'm curious to see if we're going to see a double Quicksilver strategy by one or both of these teams right now. But as you can see right now, both teams are essentially... Are we going to see some mules? I think we're seeing some mules coming out from at least Ziz and possibly Nugi here. No, DeadandDoom?
I don't think any of them are going to mule. I don't think it's worth it to mule in a party race, I feel like. If you take a look at the last race, it was, what, 36 seconds between the two teams? 100% not worth it. Yeah,
that's right. And remember, I think all three did a mule against Q-Dog. So when it was Gucci, DeadandDoom, and Nugi. So
DeadandDoom and Gucci with a fast lead already. They were the first to enter town, but not the first to enter. Actually, no, DeadandDoom Gucci first to enter coast. On this note, I feel like we need a name for these teams. It was really easy last time. It was like Team NA, Team EU. It was awesome, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to say both their names every time, so like we need some names.
What about Dead Gucci for Team DeadandDoom and Gucci?
Dead Gucci.
Yeah, I like that.
Gucci Doom. How about Gucci Doom?
Gucci Doom? Alright, yeah, I like that. It's a little less ominous than Dead Gucci. I'll go with that.
Wait, what about the other team? What do you want to go with?
Let's go with... Oh, God. Nugiyen?
I guess? What else are the options?
Zizaran?
Zizaran? Ziz Nugi?
Not...
Nugi Ziz?
I think Nugiyen is a good name. Nugiyen. Let's go with that.
If chat has any better ideas, please let us know. But we can always go with top team,
Zugi?
bottom team. Zugi. Team Zugi. Yeah, that's actually really good. That's a pretty good one. Team Zugi. All right, so we're going with Team Gucci Doom and Team Zugi. Let's go. So it looks like
Fair
Team
enough.
Gucci Doom early lead. They're already almost at Hellrake. 232. Ooh, but they get the cliff. But so here's something I want to note here. When you enter the coast, or apologies, Tidal Island, if you get the cliff, you usually want to turn around since the other direction is shorter. But they're already like 3 or 4 screens deep. At that point, it's better to just keep on going. Else it'll just be even longer if you turn around.
Right, and so far I'd say there's about a 30-second lead. What do you say for Team Gucci Doom?
It's hard to quantify it because we saw this last time too. Nugi and Rise, they went for mud flats first, opting to not log out after Hellrake. And it looked like they were pretty far behind doing that. So it's interesting to see that Nugi has decided, hey, you know what? I still think our strategy is better to not log out. DeadandDoom Gucci's thinking, you know, the opposite way.
Yeah, DeadandDoom already has double iron rings.
What?
He is not messing around.
That's actually insane. What the? Gucci has one too. Wow. What?
Yeah. Yeah. Nugi has 1 iron ring. Ziz has no rings whatsoever. So Ziz is losing the jewelry battle right now. But yeah, DeadandDoom has 2 iron rings. I don't know how he pulled that off, but I missed that. He's just too good. He just appears with iron rings in his inventory already. He's just that good.
He was complaining to me about RNG before the race that he didn't roll first pick. So
so now he's got both. Yeah, look at DeadandDoom's gear right now. He's about as best geared as you can possibly imagine now, besides getting Twink Uniques.
Oh, that's actually insane. Yeah, he has a 3-link, his red, green. So you want Cleave, Chance to Bleed, and Onslaught. And he has 2 iron rings. All he needs is move speed at this point, and he's basically set. Or attack speed gloves. Yeah, he's ready. He's Billy ready to win this event.
Yeah, you just put on boots. Unfortunately, they don't have movement speed on them. Let me look at Gucci's gear. See. Gucci does not have any movement speed on his boots. Just life regen. Not a big deal there. But yeah, I'd say Team Gucci Doom is looking pretty strong right now.
Indeed. Looks like DeadandDoom is going to be the runner for Team... What was it? Gucci Doom. You want to call it Dookie Active? No, that sounds weird. Okay, back to Gucci Doom. Back to Gucci Doom. I just saw it in chat, so I thought about trying it.
Yeah, we'll just... No. I can't. Right. 2 grown men calling another team Dookie for hours.
Yeah, I don't think we can handle that.
No.
So, Team Gucci Doom. I can't stop laughing.
Much better. And
they made separate instances in Submerged Passageway, probably because DeadandDoom vendored quickly, and they probably told Gucci, "Hey man, you farm it up. I'll run ahead. I'll be the guy running. I'm really strong." Because he just wants to one-shot packs and keep going. In a party, he might not be able to one-shot packs with the extra HP. He really wants to take advantage of double Iron Ring and the 3-link.
Right now, Team Azugi, they were just finishing up Hailrake?
Yep, they just killed Hailrake, so I wonder how far Nugi was. DeadandDoom first to enter ledge. I did see Nugi pass the bridge, so they might not be too far behind, but they definitely are far behind technically.
Right, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I think, you know, I hate quantifying, be like, hey, there's like a 20-second, you know, gap between the two teams right now, but I'd say Team Gucci Doom has a pretty decent lead right now. With DeadandDoom being the runner, being one of the best racers in the game right now, he excels at running, so yeah, it's tough to beat him when he's running, so.
100% agreed with that. They did not give 2 Quicksilvers though to him. That's actually interesting. Opting to get really good XP on both their characters. Taking a look at Team Zugi, they're in the same zone, no one's running yet. Opting for more item quantity. Although, technically if they're split up, they'll get more loot overall. They just have to resync later on to trade anything they find for each other.
Yeah, I think, you know, we're not going to see the strategy where, remember, Rise dropped his Quicksilver for Nugi so Nugi could run from last week's event. We're not going to see any of that coming out from Team Gucci Doom here, because I think they want to stay kind of close to each other in the XP range. They don't want to, like you said, they don't want to get too far. They don't want DeadandDoom to get too far ahead in terms of XP and really kind of screw the group up. So, yeah, I think this is a smart play by them.
Seeing lots of armor scraps and whetstones on both sides. Both teams are probably going to opt to keep their whetstones since they do have attack characters. Nugi actually opening up the help menu, looking for some quick tips before the event.
He wanted to channel his inner Dangyo. He wanted to look at it and just figure, all right, you know, this is what I need, Dangyo.
You cannot trade in this event. This is a party self-found, by the way. So there will be no Dangyos. Maybe between them, but not via PoE.trade.
Now, we were talking about, you know, seeing that Team Zugi was kind of far behind. They were just killing Hailrake, and Team DeadandDoom, or excuse me, Gucci Doom, we're kind of far ahead. They're
Team DeadandDoom. Honestly, I don't think DeadandDoom would actually. He'd probably say, you know what? It is Team DeadandDoom. What are you talking about? He literally thinks he's better solo than in a party. So
yeah, it's true. It is actually very true. He will self-admit this. But no, joking aside, you know, Team Gucci Doom were essentially at ledge while, you know, Team Zugi were just killing Hailrake, and now both are in ledge. You know, it's pretty close. It's closer than we thought.
I just watched Zizaran click like 5 times trying to pick up an Iron Ring. He's been playing Overwatch on stream recently. You know, people have been like saying, "Wow, your aim's really good," but like after seeing that, I don't know if his aim's that good. I don't think he's hitting Grandmasters anytime soon.
Listen, he's drank too many Red Bulls. He's starting to get the shakes. Starting to catch up to him. It happens. It happens to the best of us. You drink too much Red Bull, this is what happens. You can't pick up items, man.
Yeah, really the nerves definitely could get to you. I think there's actually a popular clip from when Pause was participating in the Zaro event. She had a chance to get rank 1, but like you saw her mouse, it was literally shaking at like 500 RPM. So
yes, it was going from the top part of her screen to the bottom part of her screen. That's back and forth super quick. So you can get the shakes, and yeah, Ziz might be affected by the Red Bull.
The Red Bull, indeed. DeadandDoom, 9 minutes in, already at lower prison. Gucci opting to, again, be in a separate zone, just farm up. He's just trying to get strong. He wants to be as high level as possible. He wants to have a a Spark 3 link so he can do really big damage. Cleave is not going to be the best single target. However, he has a 3 link, he has Iron Ring, so his damage will be very good.
Now, excuse my ignorance here, but what is the RIP penalty?
It is 2 minutes per.
2 minutes per. Okay, so that's not too bad. I thought, you know, like a 5-minute penalty or something like that. But I can understand with the pick and ban races, 2 minute penalty is extremely fair.
So it's actually interesting. Some players are saying 2 minutes is too much. Well, then others are saying, like Ziz especially, 2 minutes is too low. He's not happy about 2 minute penalty. He wants it to be more hardcore. So
Right. But I think Ziz, out of all people, the irony here, because out of all the practice races that I saw from both teams from yesterday and today, Ziz was the only one that died multiple times. So Ziz asking for a stiffer rip penalty, the irony kind of stings a little bit.
I mean, he could just be ripping for streams, you know, for sub, for viewers. Like, we've seen it before. He's definitely ripped many level 90 characters just to, like, get to the front page of Reddit. It can be a huge boost to your stream. So, you might have carried on those habits into this event.
He's playing the long con. This is the smart businessman here. He knows what he's doing.
Exactly.
Now, I heard there is a bet going on if Team Zugi loses, Nugi has to dye his hair pink.
What? No way.
No, I'm just joking.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be funny, though?
That would be pretty cool.
Wouldn't that make things super interesting if Nugi was like, all right, I'll dye my hair pink if we lose?
I mean, he already has, like, the no shift to 100 going. I don't think he's getting 100 anytime soon, so... I think let's just keep it to one challenge for now.
His beard would be pink, too. Anyways.
That'd be pretty cool. Got like a nice long, like Asian monk beard. That'd be really cool.
Yeah. So DeadandDoom is already at Brutus. He's gonna tag him and gonna call Gucci in. And
11 minutes. That's crazy. Wow.
That is crazy fast. It's crazy fast.
Pulls him into the corner. Gets some nice sparking pretty fast. Both of them dodging the slams. They should literally just be facing. Wow. DeadandDoom only has smalls. It really shows like how. If you have really good potion management and you play properly, you don't really need large life blasts. But for anyone else, I highly recommend get those larger lives. So I want to comment here. DeadandDoom did not go back to town when he got to lower prison waypoint. Almost like, I'd say 90% of the time, you want to go back, you want to beef up your character, but he already had 2 iron rings and a 3 link. He didn't really need to go to town. So he was able to utilize the second character that would draw aggro to help him tank Brutus and not need a large life.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's where that gear advantage came into play. He had those colors right off the bat. He had 2 iron rings right off the bat. So that kind of gave him the advantage to be like, all right, you know what? Ooh, and DeadandDoom actually opened up the tutorial just like Nugi did. What is going on today?
He's reading something about potions there. Maybe he's like, I have small life pots. I don't have large. So he opened up the tip menu, read a bit about the potions. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets better potions in like a couple of minutes now.
Yeah, he was like, what can I upgrade to here? I don't know what flask can upgrade from small, and he had to look at tutorial real quick. But, you know, pros even have to do that, you know. Not gonna fault him for that.
Can definitely be cumbersome to remember. Like, man, what's after small? Is it medium? Is it large? Is it mega? Is it humongous? Is it huge? Like, who knows? Man? Who knows what the next potion tier is?
So that was really good speed from Team GucciDoom though. To kill Brutus already. You know, we got Team Zugi still working their way to Brutus, but yeah, the lead is starting to grow right now. Team DeadandDoom. I'm gonna call it just Team DeadandDoom at this point.
I kind of want to do it too. GucciDoom, it just doesn't roll off the tongue. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't roll off the tongue that well.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is, like, you know, Gucci is one of a player.
Exactly. You want to include both of the members, but like, it's not marketable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, GucciDoom. What about Doom Gucci? Doom Gucci? Yeah. Doom and Gucci. Doom and Gucci. That's not bad.
Doom and Gucci. Dead and Gucci. The crowd wants us to say Dookie. It's not happening.
It's not happening, guys. It's not happening. 2 grown men calling 2 other grown men Dookie. It's not happening, guys, for 2 hours. It's just can't.
Dead Gucci. That's too ominous, like you said.
Yeah. Doomgoo?
Doomgoo. D and G? I don't know.
DG? Team DG?
Team Digimon? How about Team Digimon?
Digimon. I'm down with that. I'm down with that if you are having.
No, let's see what the crowd says. So on the bottom screen here, Team Zugi is fighting Brutus at the 14-minute mark, approximately 2 minutes behind of the Team Digimon kill. I feel like we're just gonna change their name the whole race. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah. I can't wait.
10 minutes from now, it's gonna be Dead Goo. You know.
Yeah.
It'll be the meme.
Let's just do it. Who cares?
Yeah. But honestly, they're about 2.5 minutes behind Team Dead Goo. So yeah, Team Zugi's got a little bit of the work to catch up here, but I think they could definitely make up for it, especially if, you know, they make a mistake here. Team Dead Goo makes a mistake or potentially has a rip, because right now DeadandDoom is really pushing it. He's trying to do the best time he possibly can, and his life flasks. You never know. You can make a mistake, run into a Harbinger pack.
So if they continue their pace, what type of Katava time do you think they're going to set?
Oh, wow. If they continue this pace, man, I don't know.
Like, I'm looking at a 19-minute Merville right now. I'm guessing 18-19.
I'm looking at, I'm thinking they're probably going to hit Merville at 19 here, man. So, I don't know. Hour something? Hour 40? 30? I don't know, dude.
Hour 30. Wow. That's pretty nuts. I don't think that's going to happen, but...
No. Listen, I'm trying to be optimistic here, but honestly, this pace that DeadandDoom is putting on right now, and Gucci, that's some insane stuff right now. You're seeing some of the best work from racing right now.
Exactly. They've done their practice. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a record. I think DeadandDoom has done an hour 50 solo, so I would expect faster than that. But however, that would be like with Sunder or something.
Yeah, I believe he did his run with Sunder, didn't he? He did the 150 run?
He did do a range run as well, which is like 155 with the death penalty. So
jeez.
I'm leaning towards like a 140-ish by a team. What are they called again? Doom Goo or something? Team Doom Goo? Whatever.
Dead Goo?
Dead Goo? Okay.
Yeah. Not calling him Dookie though.
Yes, it's not happening.
No.
So on the top screen, we have Team Digimon in Cavern of Anger, I believe, the second zone. They should be at Merville soon, probably starting at around 17:30, I'd say a minute from now. On the bottom screen, we have Team Zugi. They are entering the ship graveyard. They are 2 zones behind. Gucci for Team Digimon is farming up. He's getting XP. He wants to have really high single target. So they kind of have a strat going here, where DeadandDoom is the runner. He's probably going to be okay to be under levels. I wouldn't be surprised if he's like a couple levels under Gucci. While Gucci is going to be just wanting to XP the whole race, get the very high level Glacial Cascade, and just like one-shot the bosses.
Wow, nice play by DeadandDoom here, skipping right through the Harbinger pack, which could have been problematic because the Harbinger pack was right in his way. If he didn't Whirling Blade through that, he would have had to fight the Harbinger pack, losing precious time and potentially getting a rip, giving the lead to Team Zugi.
Interesting. So we saw 3 movement skill bans except for Whirling Blades. DeadandDoom pulling out the Whirling Blades. However, this one skill has a disadvantage. It cannot go over ledges or obstacles. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, I think obviously that's going to be playing a point when it comes to the Broken Bridge. He's not going to be able to, leap slam or blink arrow over that. But yeah, I think Whirling Blades is going to be really nice for DeadandDoom, especially when it comes to Act 5. Remember seeing DeadandDoom at work on Rooftop against Q-Dog?
Oh, yeah.
Literally shaving away 20 minutes at that point. So Whirling Blades in the hands of somebody like DeadandDoom is going to be insane, especially when it comes to the later acts.
Okay. So no player right now, to my knowledge, can leap over the broken bridges in Riverways. Interesting. So on the top screen, we have DeadandDoom starting Merville at the 18-minute mark. Very respectable time. Gucci opting to still farm, though. Maybe they believe the load times will be too long, the ping too high to make use of that extra damage on the first phase. So DeadandDoom seems to be easy taking it out on the bottom screen. Team Zugi is still in the ship graveyard. They are significantly behind at this point if you did it percentage-wise. Gucci is loading in. He probably has like 200 ping right now. He's like, oh man, I hate this, but like, you gotta do what you gotta do. You can't stop the speed of light, it is what it is. The laws of physics are a thing.
Yeah, it seems like the gap is now is starting to really grow between the two teams.
1840 Merville. That's pretty
that is pretty that's not a world record, but that's pretty damn close, wouldn't you say?
For party play, I don't think it's too close. Like if you would really want to go just for Merville, I think you could shave maybe like 2 minutes here, if not more. But I'd say it's definitely a very respectable time.
Considering, they don't have Leap Slam and Sunder and all that good stuff, then the traditional OP leveling stuff right now is pretty good time. Especially nobody has movement speed on their boots right now.
Exactly. So interesting thing here, Ziz has been using Ground Slam the whole time, to my knowledge. See the Ground Slam on his bar. He just swapped to... I saw him just craft a boarding axe, but he can't use his Ground Slam anymore. And he's just realizing it, oh crap, I don't have a mace, I can't kill anything. He's probably like, hey Nugi, can you get me level 12? I can't kill anything right now.
Yeah, this is potentially a pretty big mistake by Zizaran right now. He's using Molten Strike just to try to kill something until he is able to use Sunder.
It's not the worst, there are a lot of tanky rares, a lot of bosses in this zone. The hallways and bridges are kind of narrow, so he can get that overlap, kind of a pseudo AoE playstyle going. But yeah, definitely not the best. He's just dropped the ground, so I'm going like, I'm not going to find a better mace here.
Right. Now Nugi's essentially going to have to do the AoE, and Ziz is going to have to try to do the single target with Molten Strike. So Team Synergy is going to play a big role here. Now, unfortunately, Nugi and Ziz ran into a Harbinger pack that's kind of in their way, but they're able to get past it without too much issue.
So I want to talk about Ziz using a two-hand right now. Do you think maybe he should have opted for the two-hand Sunder build? Because the reason, I'd say one of my reasons why the dual wield build picked off is the more attack speed multiplier, which also affected your leap slam speed. Leap slam's gone. There aren't no movement skills except for whirling blades, and I don't think he's going to use it. So
it's
maybe
actually a really good point.
Damage might be better.
Yeah, it's actually a really good point, because the reason why you go dual wield is you get the attack speed bonus, and yeah, that benefits both your Sunder and your leap slam. Now you don't have leap slam, no real need to have super high attack speed. You might want to go with the heavy hit hard hit once type of style of Sunder, which we see a lot. Yeah, maybe a two-hand would have been the smarter play by Zizaran here.
Yeah, definitely. You could still one-shot packs with the dual wield Sunder. Your damage will be very similar, but on bosses, I kind of wonder if, yeah, like you said, two-hand might be better. So if we take a look at the other team, Team Digimon, DeadandDoom is already in the crossroads at the 21-minute mark. Some people are killing Merville at this time. That's pretty crazy. Gucci, on the other hand, just passed the Riverways waypoint. His first bridge was not broken. Very lucky there. Let's see if there's some RNG in that aspect. Team Zugi still on the way to Merville.
Yeah, and I'm watching DeadandDoom right now doing what he does, aka just speed through content, crushing content, and like I said, this Whirling Blades is now becoming a real factor for Team Team Digimon, because I'm watching his screen right now. He's getting lucky with his onslaught procs, and he's able to just really do some high speed Whirling Blades considering his level.
Very interesting here. Team Zugi opting for a two-player Merville. That's this is two-player phase 1. Looks like they put a TP up so they can do a one-player phase 2. That is a huge mistake in my opinion, because they need like every second. You saw the last race. There's a difference of 30 seconds. Oh, Ziz almost dying, but he's on Sunder now. He has the 3-link. Oh, and he actually has Whirling Blades. Maybe some fans told him, hey man, get the Whirling Blades out. DeadandDoom is using it. You should use it too. And he's like, you know what? You're probably right. So now he has the Whirling Blades. He has the Sunder. It is a lot better than Cleave. I think he has a chance. They actually have a chance. If Ziz puts on his carry pants, they can catch up. 22:30 Merville. It's respectable. Definitely a respectable time. I do think they could do better, but given their setup that they had to use Ground Slam, I think they're trying to get Ziz level 12 beforehand, just so they could be just power up. This is a very common playstyle by Ziz, to take it a bit slow early on, get really strong, and then zoom through once you have the power. It's like hitting the NOS button on like a race car.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, I wonder, you know, maybe in the post-game interviews, I'd like to ask Nugi and Ziz, hey, did you want to get Ziz to level 12 as fast as possible? Maybe take a little bit extra time in leveling, just so you can get his Sunder ready and ready to go. Because honestly, you know, without Cleave leveling, Sunder is pretty rough. So
exactly. Gucci already in the Weaver's Chamber, DeadandDoom already in Chamber since level 2. So this is not an Azara race. They do not need to do trials. This makes the portal requirement a lot easier to manage. It's very easy to run out of portals, and you have to use a lot of wisdom scrolls getting portal scrolls so you can sync up with each other. So this allows them to make stronger characters and identify more gear. We'll see how big of an impact that has. On the bottom screen, looks like Ziz has opted to go to the old fields, to the crossroads, to Sins, while Nugi will be going on the left side, going towards Weaver's Chamber. I'd say they're around 3-4 minutes behind at this point.
Right, and Nugi, I like what Nugi's doing right now. He went to Rain of Arrows. I think that is the smart play right here while leveling. I like his choice of using Rain of Arrows, especially at this point in time. And then he'll transition probably into Blast Rain relatively soon. I would guess.
Relatively soon? It is a level 28 skill, so depending on your definition of soon, it is technically soon.
Listen, you got to be optimistic. You never know. They could just blaze through those extra levels real quick.
That is true. Oh, Nugi found a rare boarding axe. Looked like it only had lightning damage on it though, so not the best. Oh, look at that unlucky bridge. He's gonna have to walk all the way around. So Ziz already has a crafted boarding axe. He probably won't find use of a added lightning one.
Yeah. Unfortunately, in this layout, this is where the whole lack of movement skills, lack of blink arrow is really affecting Nugi right now, adding at least 20-30 seconds to his time right now, just because he has to walk around. unlucky.
Ooh, this looks like Gucci pulling out the lightning warp. Interesting. I did not expect that. I didn't see if he took it in riverways. Maybe he used that to cross over any broken bridges.
No, I knew lightning warp was a thing, but I didn't expect him to use it this early on, you know?
It is not that fast, so whereas Flame Dash, Leap Slam, Willing Blades is more of an active style. Same with Blink Arrow. Lightning Warp is more like inactive playstyle, if that makes sense. You're probably only going to use it for obstacles. I did see Gucci try and use it there to go a bit faster. I guess it's technically a bit faster, but...
Plus, it's really mana intensive, right? And, you know, it doesn't really shine into like a 3-link. I really...
Like, he has a Fire Trap. You could just throw a Fire Trap instead.
Interesting play by Gucci here, but, you know... I think, like you said, I think it's more of a utility than anything than movement speed. I think he's going to use it just for... Well, there you go. He's using it again for movement, so maybe Gucci's going to try to make this into a movement skill, like actually traverse the map quicker using lightning.
I don't really feel like he's moving faster, maybe like 0.001 seconds faster. But think about it, there's an opportunity cost. During the time you're casting Lightning Warp, you could be casting like an attack skill, or like you could be casting Fire Nova Mine or something, or Fire Trap. So...
It's just strange. I like to see how this plays out, though. I want to see if he's going to use the incorporate Lightning Warp more into his playstyle right now. Exactly.
So, Gucci is already at Oak. Looks like he's kind of like not sure what to do. He got there before Dead and Doom. He's kind of like, okay. He went back and forth thinking, what should I do? Dead and Doom says, hey, I found an essence. Take your time, kill some mobs. So I think they want to sync up the Craitland and Oak kills, and they're probably going to help Lyra. Resists are very important for the Katava fight, along with the mana regen, so you don't go gulp out of mana.
Absolutely, I think Lyra is going to be the choice for both teams here. Wouldn't you agree? I think I mean, you could see Ziz maybe going with Oak, but not really. I think Lyra is going to be the go-to choice for all 4 players.
45 wall resist for 2 points is very strong, along with the mana regen. Crit multi not really coming into effect. No one can really go crit this early on. But look at that Oak damage. Tagged to 1 player, and that was pretty fast.
That was a really fast Oak kill by Team Digimon. Definitely showing some team synergy there, knowing to tag it and just to apply a ton of damage. And Oak stood no chance against Team Digimon.
Exactly. Yugi in the Weaver's Chamber. Ziz entering Broken Bridge. I believe they have done Chamber Sins, so they're not too far behind, but they're about to finish Bandits, Team Digimon. So.
Yeah, I'd say that the gap is about remaining the same since Act 2. Maybe, you know, they maybe caught up a little ground. Team Zugi might caught up a little ground here, but yeah, there's still a pretty decent lead with between the two right now.
Yep. No one opting for to provide one character with a double Quicksilver. I guess since they're both running stuff, they're opting, hey, we both got to go fast. That being said, I really want to see if someone does the Ben quest. I really feel like it's worth it. I don't think Rolling Blades and Lightning Warp are that good. There's a reason you don't really see them used that much end game. Double Quicksilver is possible in this race, and you have 2 runners. One guy can do it while someone else is running to Vol. As long as you have the XP and the other guy does not need to farm Northern, they really should be doing it.
Yeah, I agree, especially when you have no movement skills whatsoever besides Lightning Warp and Rolling Blades. Kind of meh for early on, and none of the racers right now have movement speed on their boots. Not a single person. So, and I'm looking right now at the gear. Nugi's bow is pretty bad. He needs an upgrade.
Yeah, 18% fizz. This is F6 attack speed. This is a long bow. He should be hitting. He's level 15, so at 18, he'll probably have a composite bow. I see a bow in his inventory. It's probably a composite bow. He'll probably craft that up, or maybe it's already rolled. Find out in a second. Let's take a look at everyone's gear right now. Let's take a look at Gucci. 3-link, add a lightning, Fire Nova Mine. Minefield, it is a white wand. Second wand is also a white wand. So nothing too special there, no move speed, doesn't even have a helmet or chest or belt on. Dead and Doom. 3-6, flat fizz, 30 life, ooh that's pretty good. 8 rarity, maybe I'll get lucky, find some Wanderlust.
A nice unique, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. 61% IPD boarding axe and a white battered foil.
Pretty decent boarding axe. It's
definitely decent, but he is level 15 at this point. He needs to start focusing on a cleaver. Hopefully he has a cleaver ready. And you want 2 weapons as cleave, so the currency requirement is a lot higher on Team Digimon, whereas Zizaran getting the Sunder pick, he only needs to craft 1 weapon.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm kind of looking at Gucci's gear right now. It's okay, but I think for Team Digimon, Gucci needs some gear pretty quick if he wants to stay relevant. If he wants to keep his damage up, be able to keep up with the speedy DeadandDoom, his gear needs to be upgraded pretty soon.
Exactly. Let's take a look at DeadandDoom's damage. I see 3 or 4 cleaves per pack. Yeah, he definitely needs to upgrade his weapon soon. I believe he is about to hit 16, or if he hasn't already. Honestly, I would consider going straight to town and equipping 2 better weapons right away. He's in Ball Ruins, he's getting lost a bit, however they opt to split up. Maybe DeadandDoom is behind in XP, and he's like, hey man, I gotta farm up, Gucci, you do some running now. Looks like Gucci has his layout like figured out. Looks like a perfect zigzag.
It seems like a really nice layout for Gucci, and maybe they're talking to each other like, hey listen, just go get some XP, DeadandDoom, I'll handle this, my layout's much better. And Gucci is known for extremely good running as well. Both of these players are really good at running. So
that being said, though, DeadandDoom just first the ball.
So DeadandDoom was able to get the ball first. That's amazing. Both of these guys are really, really fast.
Definitely amazing indeed. Taking a look at Team Nugi getting to Oak. Yeah, let's get that rhyme. Zugi Nugi. Oh wait, obviously that rhymes. It's part of the news. What am I doing? Excuse me.
Nugi was able to get to Oak, and then he's going to be able to tag in and bring in Zizaran here. But yeah, they're starting to get really far behind now. The lead is definitely growing between the two teams right now.
It's interesting to see if DeadandDoom would maybe TP in Gucci for the ball, just so we can get to Northern a bit faster. Then maybe, hey, all right, I got the ball, I'll go for Den for us. But they have movement skills, so they don't really care that much.
Right, and you know, Gucci's only 1 level behind. It's not too big of a deal.
Exactly.
But that Oak kill time versus Team Digimon, that was a pretty slow kill. So I don't know, man. I thought maybe they'd be able to make up some time here. Team Zugi would make some time here, but unfortunately, I think they lost some
I'd like to quote chat really quick. It's almost like DeadandDoom and Gucci are having their own mini race. LOL.
It's kind of true. I mean, they're fighting to see who can get to Northern Forest first.
They're fighting for the name of the team. Team DeadandDoom or Team Gucci. I think that's what they're fighting over right now.
Yeah, I think. Wow, DeadandDoom is getting really low. In
He's getting chunked, man. He got.
Oh! This could be it.
Oh
DeadandDoom is getting really close.
Would you call those 4K, 5K ELO whirling blades? It doesn't roll off the tongue as well as leap slams, but that was pretty good though. That's pretty good. Yeah,
that was definitely some skill showing why DeadandDoom is one of the best in the game right now for racing.
You see that weapon he just out? That's a 6 to 12 flat fist along with a very high LE damage roll on a foil.
Wow.
That's going to help him for a very long time. It's 3 green. He can definitely put his whirling blades and faster attacks in there along with maybe 1 more support. A culling strike maybe. That would actually be very strong.
Culling would be huge. That's wow, he got really fortunate with that. That was a really nice craft for him.
Take a look at potions. Almost every player has a large life. Ooh, Nugi has 2 level 12 potions. Gucci 1 level 12 pot.
2 smalls.
2 smalls. Opting for only 1 mana pot. Interesting. Sunder can be pretty mana intensive at times. Is Nugi behind on levels? No, they're just going in separate instances for whatever reason right now. Probably the same as Gucci. See who gets there first. Nugi seems to be a bit behind. Ziz will probably do the running. I really hope they adapt and do the den. I think they kind of they got to do something special. If they just do exactly what Gucci and DeadandDoom do, they can't win because they're already behind. Unless they technically do it better. But
or they're banking on maybe DeadandDoom ripping or something like that because he's running so fast. He might run into Harbinger back and rip, and maybe they're banking on some rip penalties.
Let's take a look at HP really quick. DeadandDoom 357 HP. Gucci 337. Ziz 311. Nugi 282. So if anyone's gonna rip, I'm feeling it's gonna be Team Zugi.
Yeah, and listen, as a person who specializes in bow characters, I can relate with Nugi right now in his HP struggles. Leveling up as a bow character without twink gear as a ranger, not easy. You're gonna be squishy no matter what. So I could definitely feel for Nugi right now. It's tough to be quote unquote tanky early on without some GG gear.
I'd say bow characters are more about like using your positioning and outplaying and staying far away from the mobs. But however, you don't have blink arrow. It's kind of like it's a really very strong defense way because it's like a mini decoy whenever you use it. They could use Mirror Arrow though, but it's not exactly the same power.
But, right. Blink Arrow is nice because you get two things out of one. Man, you get the hell out of dodge immediately, and you're gonna have a clone there to do a little bit of damage and distract the boss or enemy that you're trying to run away from. So, yeah, Blink Arrow, losing that for Nugi is gonna be it's pretty big, unfortunately.
Exactly. So it looks like Gucci has opted to do the running for Team Digimon. Interesting. DeadandDoom actually farming. Maybe they're thinking, all right, DeadandDoom, you farm up now. This is the last time you're farming. I'm going to be doing all the running after that. That's what I think they're doing right now.
Right, and I'm looking at Nugi's tree right now, and I think he's going to be able to get some life relatively soon. So he just has to make it through caverns now, and maybe get into Act 3, and he'll be able to hit some life soon. But yeah, he's pretty squishy.
So look at auras really quick. Only the melee characters have Herald of Ash equipped right now. Gucci and Nugi opting to run no auras. I would consider that a mistake. It's free damage. You get it as a quest reward. Maybe they forgot to pick it up, or they forgot to equip it, or it could be stat issues.
Yeah, I'm not too sure why they're not using Ash right now. Like Nugi right now would be benefiting like tremendously from having Herald of Ash. So not sure the choice. Maybe I don't think they forgot. You know, they're pros.
I mean, even as a pro, like you have so many things going through your mind. They started practicing with each other last night. It's very easy to forget like these simple things sometimes, which is where practice comes in.
Absolutely. As that's one thing while you're just sitting back watching these races. When you're actually doing these races, there's so many things you have to be focusing on. You have to be multitasking at least 3 to 4 things. Especially in party races, you have another person you're going to have to worry about and multitask with, and make sure you're not too far ahead or behind. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on for all of these racers right now. So it's like you said, pretty easy to forget some little things like maybe the Herald of Ash gem or a flask or something like that. Exactly.
So I'm going to take a look at our poll that we started earlier. Final results are in. 61% of the voters voted for Team GucciDoom. 39% voted for Team Ziz and Nugi. And I guess that's reflected in right now. If I could say they are 60% of the progression done. Nugi is maybe 39%, if that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I see where you're going with. It's pretty close. I mean, you know, I think the band of picks, before it was really close. Before the picks and bands came in, it was 52% Team Digimon versus 48% with the Team Zugi. And then once the picks came in, you know, Team Digimon started to grow and become the crowd favorite. And right now, they seem to be correct. But anything can happen right now. One bad Harbinger pack, and that could mean the difference in a race. One mistake. So they're really not too far behind. You know, this is still a race. It's anybody's race right now.
My issue is they're not in caverns yet. Gucci's been in caverns, probably Ancient Pyramid for a long time right now. He's going to hit Vol very soon. They're going to get a sub 40 Vol potentially.
Yep.
Ziz just entered caverns, so they are having an issue. They did not TP Nugi into Northern. I think that is a huge mistake. He could have been XPing way faster. Wall Ruins isn't the best XP zone.
Nugi was able to put on Ash when he went to town there, so now he does have Ash.
Herald of Ice, actually. Herald of Ice.
Ice, excuse me, Ice, yes. That's actually interesting. I guess he wants to... I'm surprised he didn't go Ash.
He just got the ball, maybe... So Ziz never TP'd for the ball, so that's why he could not TP him ahead.
Oh, makes sense. Wow, that's some weird... That's not some good team synergy right there. That could have been done much smoother. Case in point, look at how Team Digimon did it, you know?
Well, they didn't TP each other in either. They just both got there fast enough. Maybe Nugi had level issues or he had damage issues. I'm not too sure, you know, what went on there. We can maybe ask them later in the interviews.
Yeah, maybe Nugi's worried about being so squishy enough that he didn't want to be hitting Northern Forces yet. I don't know.
Gucci has started Vol. He's tagged it. So to tag Vol in a party, you just have to click the apex. And once he starts spawning, he has tagged one player. Then him coming in, dropping to alterations. Gucci's probably gonna craft some +1s after this. They're just... What? Is he about to die?
Wow.
That was 75% of the damage? That was crazy. Yeah. That was actually crazy.
That is actually pretty damn crazy. Vol is just getting obliterated right now. I do not think Team Zugi is going to be able to down Vol this quick. That's a fast Vol kill. Look at that.
That was actually insane. I don't know if I think it was the Fire Nova Mines. It has to be the Fire Nova Mines carrying that. Let's take a look at Gucci's gear. 2 white wands. Oh, one wand is blue with 11% spell damage. Oh, and 13%
and fire damage.
Okay,
yeah.
it's okay. It's decent, but it's not that great.
It's not OP,
You
but
really
it's
want the
for
plus
sure.
one, because if you think about it, if you look at their tree, they might have like 120, 140% increased elemental damage already. So an extra 20% is not the best compared to plus one, which should give you more base damage, which would then get increased by all your other increases that you already have.
Right, absolutely. So plus one would have been the best, but 13% fire damage, it's a close second. It's not too bad.
It's definitely a pretty close second. It's like
they got a sub 40 vol kill. Team Digimon is actually showing how it's done right now. That's a pretty damn good time.
That is a very respectable time. Like sub 40 is actually the dream. On the note of vol kill times, DeadandDoom actually set a 34-minute vol kill solo twice the other day. That's literally a world record by like 3 minutes.
Right, and you figured you had 34 minutes solo doing whatever you wanted. Now they have restrictions. They can't use Leap Slam, Sunder, etc., etc. And they're able to get a 39-30 vol kill with all these restrictions. So, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, it's honestly pretty crazy.
Yeah, because, I mean, Team Zugi is nowhere near vol right now. Nowhere near vol right now. So they're at least, I'd say, 2-3 minutes away from hitting vol. Yeah,
I'd say 3 minutes is correct, unless Ziz gets some really good layouts here. I did see him ID a pretty crazy mace, the level 20-ish version of it. So he might actually go maces over axes, depending.
And to see Zizaran does have Whirling Blades, so he's doing swaps to try to, or he is using Whirling Blades, try to using the DeadandDoom tactic, but I don't know if it's working to be great right now. It's like, I don't know. I don't think he's using Whirling Blades too successfully right now, if you're watching Ziz.
Take a look at DeadandDoom's screen. Ignore the box for a second here. Look at how fast he moves when he uses Whirling Blades. See if he uses it in a second here. He has onslaught, he has faster attacks, he has 3 frenzy charges. He is very quick, so I think I've underestimated how quick Whirling Blades actually is.
Yeah, like I said earlier on, when you asked me about Whirling Blades, it's like it's going to become, in the hands of somebody like DeadandDoom, later acts like Act 3, Act 4, and especially in Act 5, when he gets to Rooftop with this type of speed with Whirling Blades, it's going to be huge. I don't know how Team Zugi can counter this unless they get some crazy attack speed somewhere, but look at that speed. He's already in Act 3, barely in Act 3, and he's Whirling Blade that quick.
Yeah, I'm worried. Bunk ass right now.
Yeah, if I'm rooting for Team Zugi right now, you're gonna be looking like a monk ass emote right now, because this is the lead is just growing and growing and growing at this point. The Team Zugi is not catching up; they're actually falling behind more and more.
Let's see if they can kill Vol in 30 seconds. That would actually match Team Digimon's DPS on Vol. So the fight is starting. Looks like Ziz's stream is a bit ahead, so we'll take a look over there in the bottom left corner. Oh, and he instantly goes down, and they got only like a fifth of his HP there. Whereas on the other hand, Team Digimon got 75%.
75, yeah, 75%. So the damage is definitely lacking with Team
Second right minion phase. Honestly, the damage didn't look that bad there. That was like what, 50% there again in essentially the same phase. So maybe there was a lack of coordination. They weren't DPSing properly. I haven't played WoW, but like I heard sometimes pressing buttons in certain orders are very hard for some people. Their DPS does not end up being high enough. So it looks like they are topping the DPS meters on their second attempt there, and looks like 3 surfaces from Vol to take him down.
Let's be real. The Team Zugi's damage was pretty damn good against Vol, but I think we're just looking at like a pure amazingness when it came to Team Digimon's damage.
Oh my god. Did you see that axe that Nugi just traded Ziz? 81% IPD broad axe. I did not see the suffixes, but that is going to carry really hard. I think at this point, they just need to run. Ziz just look at, you see the smile on his face. He's smiling. He's happy. He's like, oh baby, let's go. He needs to start going fast.
Nugi's like, where is my rare bow? Give me something in return. Trade me something good. And no, but Ziz just takes that, smiles, and says, thank you. That is a hell of an axe. That's going to help with the damage tremendously for Team Zugi.
Ziz, he needs to take a note out of DeadandDoom's book. Get a 4 link. Wow, DeadandDoom's got a 4 link. Okay, good luck, Ziz. But he needs to start Whirling Blades as fast as possible. He needs to separate. Honestly, if the levels are fine, well, they're not fine. Ziz is 20, Nugi is 19. I really feel like they need to pull out the Den quest. I think it's severely underrated. Or give Quicksilvers to one member while one other member farms. They gotta do something special here. They can't just copy because they're already behind.
You can't, yeah. Oh boy, Zizaran getting really, really low here, trying to rescue Miss Clarissa, but he survived. I'm surprised. Wow, that's thunder damage from Ziz already. It's starting to show. He's got. I think Ziz is going to be able to carry Nugi here for a little bit until Nugi's a solid bow. Because, like I said, when you're playing a bow character, you're at your gear's mercy. Especially while leveling, you need decent gear. So Nugi desperately needs a good bow right now. Yeah,
and Ziz can just craft a blue decorative axe at 29, so he'll have his weapons sorted out. His weapons for the end of the race are basically done. He has his current weapon until 29, crafts a new weapon, GG. He's got to get Nugi a GG bow, and they'll have their single target.
Absolutely. Nugi right now is rocking a 44% IPD recurve bow, so his bow isn't terrible right now. I mean, but he can do much better, especially, you know, he's going to need something better.
Interesting here, they're opting to let Nugi run. I feel like Ziz would clear a lot faster with a Sunder.
Well, I don't know. I'm looking at the damage from Nugi right now, and
it's like 1 or 2 rain of arrows per pack versus when it could just be 1 on Sunder. He puts a TP down at the sewer entrance. Ziz will probably come in, put a TP down there as well. And then when Nugi gets to Piety, he's going to want to sync up his City of Sarn clear and leave at the waypoint side. So he can go take Nugi's TP, and then they can both take Zizaran's TP at the sewers. So a lot of micromanagement there. You got to time that perfectly. On the top screen, we have DeadandDoom and Gucci going for the bus, going for the extra skill point. They want to beef up, tank up, get strong, get big.
Right, and I'm a little bit worried about Nugi right now because he just got hit by one little beetle. One beetle just hit him with one tiny leg, and it hit him for close to half. It's like 40% of his HP was gone by one little beetle. So
that's definitely very scary because sometimes you see packs of mobs with not 1, not 2, maybe 4, 5, 6 beetles in a pack. So if it only takes 2 beetles to take him down, I would be worried. Might have been the explosion. Maybe not the auto attack, but it just exploded.
Maybe something hit him for 40%. It was just one beetle. So I'm a little bit worried for Nugi right now. He needs some more survivability if you don't want to get a rip penalty. And Nugi is really, really good. So, I mean, he runs into a Harbinger pack. This could be... Nugi's actually trying to kill the Harbinger pack a little bit.
I think he's just trying to maybe kill some of the trash mobs, and then he ran in.
Oh, did you see Nugi's flame dash? He's just like, yeah.
They flame dash top him as he was loading. He's just like, monk ass. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was a Nugi monk ass if I ever saw one. I don't blame him. That could have been pretty disastrous if he wasn't able to get in a crematorium fast enough. That Harbinger mob wanted blood, and Nugi was almost their dinner.
Exactly. So I'm gonna take us away from the race for a second. So basically every week we always talk about this. Is it fair for players to have, like, you know, have a coach or someone in their ears going like, hey, the other team's here, other team is doing that?
I mean, it's going to be inevitable, man. Everybody has to stream the races, and, you know, you're going to have people be like, hey, you know, such and such is here, you're not going to be able to stop it. There's always going to be somebody telling, you know, the streamer what's going on and getting information. So
on that note, because I want to go back to like when we had race seasons and actual races, you know who's in the lead, who's in rank 1, because they'd be like, hey, so-and-so is first to enter this zone, so-and-so is first to reach level 22, so I kind of feel like it's a good thing to have someone in your ear, and like I think it should be allowed, because in an actual race, in a GG sanctioned raced event, you will know exactly who's in the lead and what level they are.
Absolutely.
You slash ladder, you see the top 10 right away, so you know who your competition is.
Right, or you can add, you know, some of the top racers to your buddy list or whatever, and be able to just tab and be like, oh, they're in Northern Forest, or they're in Sarn, or whatever, you know. So yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing. You know, we've seen that strat pulled out by many racers in these events, in these community races, especially with Cute Dog and Mr. Llama being his IRL coach. So yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I think it's all right.
I definitely think it's a fair strategy. Nugi takes down Piety very quickly, really strong damage. Finds rare gloves with Fizz, Life, and Resist, dropping them for Zizaran. Does not seem to have any crazy gloves yet. Yep, he only has white gloves right now. Hopefully links are not an issue. I think they all set 2 green, so you can resocket his faster attacks Whirling Blades in there. Let's take a look at everyone's gear really quickly. It's like, ooh, this amulet Nugi just got 47 life on an Amber Amulet with 14 fire res. Very big for Katava. You need the fire res. The rest of the gear needs to be basically normal items in every slot. Nothing has really changed. He has 10% move speed. I'm not too sure when he got it. 8 cold resist on that as well. Overall resist for every player. Wow. Ziz, 17 lightning res. That's it. Plus Alira. Nugi, 14 fire resist is his highest. Plus Alira. Let's look at Gucci. 25 power resist is his highest plus Lyra, so like around 40. DeadandDoom has the highest resist so far, 12, 16 with 28 lightning resist, along with the Lyra.
Havoc, let me interject right here. What do you think about the strats going on with Team Digimon right now? You know, DeadandDoom giving Gucci his Quicksilver, and Gucci is now running through docks with 2 Quicksilvers.
This is the correct move, because he's 100% using his movement skill now. Which is kind of why movement speed boosts don't really matter. And as I say that, DeadandDoom gets 2 pairs of rare boots. And he's actually not picking... Is he going to pick any of them up? Because he wants to pick them up for Gucci.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, one of them had 57 life and 20 res. Just drops it. That's interesting. Maybe they already have really good boots. Yep. Gucci does have 10 MS boots, opting to be like, you know what, I'm going to outplay Kitava, who's not going to get hit. Get good, don't get hit.
Get good. I mean that's the strat right now. I mean, and I'm looking at DeadandDoom's boots. They're not bad. They don't have movement speed on them, but who cares? He sits whirling blades around. It doesn't really matter too much. Weird strat running 3 mana flasks, but honestly, I don't think DeadandDoom cares so much. He doesn't have a Quicksilver, so he just threw that in there for the hell of it.
Exactly. They have all 3 busts done. They're gonna get the extra scope. Oh, this almost got one shot by Discharger.
Whoa.
No team has picked up a death penalty yet, and you definitely don't want to be the guy that goes like, crap, I got a 2-minute penalty for us. The last race, only Waggle died. Exactly. He was the scapegoat, so you could say, for Team NA, costing them the victory.
Yeah. They don't. Ziz, Nugi, Gucci, and DeadandDoom don't want to be in the new Waggle for this weekend. So
there's another rare Discharger on the screen. They're running together. Oh, there's 2 rare Dischargers and a rare leap slamming guy. Oh my god. They're just running away. They
need to run. They have to run. They cannot take this fight. Zizaran and especially Nugi with his survivability, they need to run now. It's smart play by them. They got the hell out of dodge. Nugi taking a sigh of relief, getting out of the sewers. He's like, all right, we're safe. He's going back in. Oh, he reset the zone.
I think he just wants XP. This is now the runner. So they've reversed roles. So they're just taking turns. There's a Scary Harbinger pack in there, so some people say sewers is the most dense zone after the removal of warehouse. I'm not really a fan of it. I kind of wonder if City Starn's better, but this is a 26 zone, so it's probably not bad.
It's got good XP returns, but dude, it's sketchy. It's so sketchy. Tight quarters. You're dealing with some heavy hitting mobs.
Damage though.
Yeah, I think he crit there.
That was I think so too. Union of Souls, and he like 2 or 3 shot that pack. That was very good. Okay, Rain Barrel is looking really strong.
Yeah, especially when you scale it with Herald of Ice, and his bow is decent. You get good fizz. Like, yeah, Rain Barrels is not too bad. But I'm looking at Ziz's Whirling Blade speed right now. It's pretty damn good. He's definitely picking up the speed now.
It's definitely pretty fast, even without the frenzy charges. So I'd say he's at a similar speed. Let's take a look at gear really fast. No attack speed on weapons. Ooh, DeadandDoom has 9 attack speed on his main hand. It's on an axe though. Does that mean you can't Whirling Blades with an axe, right? You can only Whirling Blades with swords, daggers, claws. So the attack speed on his axe will not apply to my knowledge. Look at gloves, no attack speed there. Look at rings, jewelry, no attack speed. So Ziz, also no attack speed. So everyone should be equal footing on the Whirling Blade speed right now. Simply pass the tree.
And I like the strat of giving the second Quicksilver to Gucci because he's not really utilizing Whirling Blades. He is just relying on his movement speed. So Quicksilver's and the movement speed on his boots are all he has. Look at DeadandDoom's movement speed, or his Whirling Blade speed right now. He is just blazing. He's
literally like NASCAR. He has the knob like perma turned on.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's twin turbo. He's hitting the NOS. Like Oh, he gets brought really low, but he's not using his HP flask. What does he do?
He has popped it. I think you are maybe 2 seconds ahead, so just keep that in mind for the future. And he has the potion. He has level. Oh, his level 18 potion was empty. He popped his level 6 potion, but you saw it didn't even heal him to full life. So definitely looks like he's not even pressing his pod sometimes. Very important to keep your potions up to date. He did read the help menu earlier, so he should hopefully have the potion bases memorized.
He saw the tutorial. He's like, all right, this is what I need to do as a new player. You know, I now understand the flasks, so kudos to GGG for adding the tutorial menu, even helping out our pro racers.
Exactly. The first thing I did in beta was I read all 26 pages of that help menu. And you know what? I'd say I became a better player after that.
Absolutely.
GGG.
Dang you.
Dang you. DeadandDoom entering Lunaris 2 at the 54-minute mark. A crazy time for a Piety, I would say, is 57 to an hour. Looks like they'll probably get a 57 Piety kill. It's definitely a very respectable time.
Now, are you worried about DeadandDoom's flask right now? He's kind of using some old, outdated, crusty, stale flasks. I'm a little bit concerned about his HP flasks right now. Do you think this is a mistake, or?
I think he just wants to go fast. You know, it happens all the time when you're racing. You just forget to, like you said earlier, you're multitasking like 5 or 6 things sometimes. You know, sometimes your brain goes from like that i8 8-core processor into like, you know, a dual-core processor, and you just only start thinking about 2 things. You start tunnel visioning. Maybe you only start tunneling on 1 thing. You go down to a single core. So it can happen. You just forget things sometimes. You know, you get.
Do you see DeadandDoom actually?
He's killing the Harbinger pack. Yeah. And that was really easy. And he picks up the does not pick up the Chaos shards. Picks up the Alteration and Transmutation shards though. Interesting. I don't really feel like they need the currency at this point though, but okay.
Right, and so I don't understand why Zizaran hasn't given the Quicksilver Flask to maybe Nugi at this point, because Nugi doesn't have a Whirling Blades or anything to kind of, you know, keep up with Zizaran.
Maybe he thinks Quicksilver is faster at the start of the zone before you have Frenzy Charges and Onslaught up. That's probably what he's thinking.
Yeah, but I think
in the overall scheme of things, you can't like be selfish. You gotta think about your team speed. Yeah. And yeah, it could be a mistake.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the gear right now. I mean, my God, look at Zizaran's axe right now, dude. 83% IPD.
Yes, that is the axe that Nugi traded earlier, I believe, and is definitely carrying until 29. Still gear check right now. A lot of players still using white gear. A couple of rares, the life and resist. Movement speed, looks like just Nugi and Gucci have movement speed, which makes sense. They are the ones that need it the most. DeadandDoom and Ziz opting for the Whirling Blades. Yeah, nothing that really like stands out like, wow, we gotta talk about that. Some nice life res pieces, but other than that, nothing too crazy.
Nothing too crazy, like you said, but I think like the star of the gear right now is obviously the axe that Zizaran is using. That thing is a monster, but everything else, you know, seems like generic. Hey, like nothing too advantageous for a specific racer due to gear. So we're on a kind of a pretty even playing field right now in terms of gear. Nobody has a super advantage.
Exactly. So if we were to attribute Team Digimon's lead at this point to something, what would you say is their catalyst that shot them ahead?
I would have to say the skill of DeadandDoom, just being able to speed ahead. I don't think it was gear. I don't think they had any type of gear advantage whatsoever. And I think the early on Whirling Blade speed from DeadandDoom was a huge factor. I really think him busting out Whirling Blades as fast as he did and being able to proc Onslaught like he was able to at times and get Frenzy Charges and really speed through zones was a huge catalyst. And also, I like the strat that, you know, they gave Gucci 2 Quicksilvers. I think Zizaran needs to give his Quicksilver to Nugi now. Like,
Nugi's just farming though, so it doesn't really matter too much. And I did see Nugi get a reduced fast charges belt, so he should be able to keep his Quicksilver up permanently. So while we were talking, I was actually counting how long it took them to kill Piety. I think it was like under 10 seconds. So 5709 Piety, very good by Team Digimon. Rise is probably like, wow, you go guys, that was awesome. He loves to see Piety just get destroyed. Makes him feel safe at night.
Rise still has some PTSD from Piety to this day. I don't blame him. But yeah, that was a really efficient kill. You know, 57 minutes?
Yeah, 5709.
Wow. It's pretty damn good from Team Digimon right now. I'm thinking, what do you think Team Zugi is going to be hitting Piety at? Maybe a little over an hour? Maybe
I'd say like an hour and 2 minutes if he goes at the same speed. But yeah, he's 25. You kind of want to be 26, 27 to continue getting XP in Act 4, so I'm kind of curious at what point will the players go like, alright, I have enough XP, I'm going to start hitting the XP penalty and I'm just going to run to the boss because we want to get there first.
Yeah, I think, you know, Team Zugi's going to have to start being like, okay, we need to start making up ground somehow. And nobody did the Den quest, man. Nobody did the Den quest. I was hoping Team Zugi would be like, alright, let's try something a little bit different because, you know, we're just copying what Team Digimon is doing, and obviously we're not able to do it as good as they are. So let's try something a little bit different. I think the Den quest could have been it, and unfortunately they didn't capitalize on it.
Gucci just Cloaker Vicious. He'll be picking up his Glacial Cascade soon. Most likely, like almost guaranteed at this point, going Glacial Cascade Mines will be insane single target, should one-shot the boss. Along with, he's going to add Frost Bomb, he's going to add Frostbite. DeadandDoom will probably add Hatred at some point, so they'll synergize very well. DeadandDoom dodging the Freeze Pulses. He can definitely freeze you and he can die very quickly. Let's check out his cold res. He has 40 cold resist, so 55 with Alira. So it's not too bad. It's very easy to have low cold resist in the zone. Oh, scary Shocking Shrine. but he's just out DPSing it and saying, you know what, no problemo. On the bottom screen, Team Zugi finally entering the Naras too. Nugi is continuing to farm. Let's take a look at levels. DeadandDoom, level 27. Gucci, level 26. Ziz, 25. Nugi, 24. So Nugi definitely needs to be farming. He may have been in XP penalty in docks, which is why he's so far behind. Or Rain of Arrows is just a slower skill overall compared to all the other skills. But that seems odd, right? Like, if you compare maybe Rain of Arrows to Miner, I say Rain of Arrows would destroy mines in terms of XP per hour. So...
yeah, I'm watching Nugi right now. His damage seems like a little lackluster versus very specific mobs. Like, I don't know. He's doing the right thing though. He has to farm docks. Like, this is the way he has to go. Oh, now he's going sewers now.
He probably wants to open the. Oh, he has already opened the butthole. Maybe he's running to Scepter God. So they're saving some time there. It looks like DeadandDoom ran Scepter Piety and Scepter God, or ran to the doorway. My apologies. Nugi on the other hand is like, all right. They didn't do that. Let's try and do that. Let's cut maybe a minute or two here. You can definitely save a minute and a half. It's a very easy time save, and you'll get some XP on the way too.
Yeah, I mean, man, I'm just looking. I mean, I can't keep saying this enough, but looking at the speed of DeadandDoom's Whirling Blades right now is just, it's pretty crazy. I'm just thinking to myself, how do you beat this? If you're Team Zugi right now, how do you counter this speed? It's, oh wow. I'm not sure if I'm too far ahead here, but
DeadandDoom going pretty low, yeah.
Yeah. DeadandDoom is definitely taking some risks.
Looks like there's an exile. Oh, it's Hellman. Hellman coming from the, or in the form of an exile in the race, trying to get revenge, saying, "Hey man, I'm the #1 melee player."
He almost got revenge too. That was a pretty close call for DeadandDoom. But yeah, Scepter God is notoriously pretty tough to speed through like he's doing, especially because he's kind of underleveled right now. So yeah, this is definitely a monk-ass zone for DeadandDoom, I think.
Exactly. Taking a look at the bottom screen, looks like Nugi and Ziz will sync up their times pretty well. I think Nugi will be a bit ahead, so probably wait in town afterwards. I don't think it's gonna be worth to go back to docks because he'll lose his TP. He's gonna sit in town while Ziz probably like, hey Ziz, man, go tag Piety right now, unless he has some crafting to do.
Absolutely, I don't think it would be worth, because you know Ziz is gonna be at Piety right now. Essentially, Nugi would just be sitting in town for what, 5-6 seconds. By the time he got to docks, it would have been wasted. So smart play by Team Zugi.
Doing some vendoring, getting rid of some items right now, clearing up some inventory space, definitely worthwhile. Has some alterations. So you definitely want to have a lot of bullets because rolling a seething pot is very strong. Ziz started Piety at the hour 2 minute mark, so I guess we were a minute off. I guess 103. Nugi's still window shopping. Ziz is probably like, hello, Nugi, hello.
Yeah, Nugi's taking his time there, shopping at Walmart for a little bit. And he needed some new stuff. You know, he just updated his Amazon Prime. He wanted some new gear, man.
Yeah, he's been watching the Hunger Games. You know, saw the bow she was using. You know, it's saying I want one too, but this is not the time, not the place.
So Nugi got a new bow. It's a burnished bow, 6 to 12 flat fizz. It's better than his old one, but not by much. It's nothing special.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if the flat fizz is enough to justify not doing the IPD recipe. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't think it is. Honestly, I don't think it is, man. I really don't. But and like I said, you know, I'm really paying attention to Nugi's gear because as a bow character, you need some GG stuff. Yep. And right now, he's kind of lacking on some of the gear. He's making it work on a shoestring.
He just crafted a rare recur bow. I think he used his Muttering Essence of Torment there. Nugi, on the other hand, he's waiting for Ziz to go in his TP. So bit of confusion here on who's doing what. So he's like, "Hello, Zizaran, can you go in my portal, please?"
Yep.
We're wasting time.
Some miscommunication right there.
He has a portal, so he decides to keep going anyways. On the top screen, DeadandDoom. So I believe he was soloing first phase Dominus. Gucci waiting in town. He's now zoning in. Actually, no. They're both. So he tagged first phase Dominus, one player. DeadandDoom just did the ads solo. 6 bosses, I guess, mini bosses, if you want to call them that. Starting the fight. Dodges the laser. Look at that damage. Look how fast he's dying. Look at that Glacial Cascade. It's crazy.
Wow, Glacial Cascade right now. Good choice by Team Digimon, giving Gucci Glacial Cascade, because now it's really starting to shine. And can you imagine his damage against Katava once he get to Act 5?
He doesn't even have Crossbomb yet. It's a 20% more multiplier.
Wow.
DeadandDoom starting the Katava fight, or not the Katava fight, the Dominus fight. Hey, I see red, and then already at Katava, an hour minute in. Wow, they're amazing. I'm just kidding. And he's dead. He's actually dead. He came in and he just died.
Wow.
You don't even have frost bomb. It's
so
crazy.
that was a 1 minute and 4. Yeah, it wasn't 1 minute. It was a 1 hour 4 minute Dominus skill.
Damn, 1 minute and 4 seconds. That's crazy. Almost better than who set the 0 minute Zaro in the last race? I can't remember who it was.
Don the Crown.
I think it was Don the Crown. He did a 0 minute 0 second Zaro kill.
No, but honestly, you know, 1 hour 4 minute Dominus skill with the pick and ban system that we have going on, that's pretty damn quick. Zizaran and Nugiyen are nowhere near. They're doing, what are they doing?
They're doing library. Right, okay, let's think about it. What type of gems could they get from library here?
Fortify, maybe? Fortify? I don't.
They get Conk Effect. 100% they get Conk Effect.
Okay, yeah. So
well, actually, do they? Yeah. Does a duelist get Conk Effect? I'm not sure. I don't think a ranger does. I could be wrong.
Maybe that's why, because they want to stick with Rain of Arrows? Or no, because they want to go Blast Rain.
They want to go Blast Rain. But Conk Effect would buff Rain of Arrows too. So our chat is obviously full of some 5k Elo Leap Slammers. These are 10 times the better racers than DeadandDoom or Team Zugi. So they'll let us know if they can actually get Conk Effect on their current classes. Taking a look above.
Chat is saying that they're getting a generosity. That's what they're getting.
Generosity?
Nope. That's what chat's saying. I mean, makes sense, right? Kappa.
I think I'm going to take the Kappa at face value, meaning you are being sarcastic, and chat is full of air. Chat they are a hot balloon, and their theories are just flying away into the atmosphere, never to be seen again. Let's go with that. So, Team Digimon, they are in aqueducts, in separate zones, because DeadandDoom, he wants to kill the packs as quick as possible, maintain his frenzy charges and his onslaught. He is going to be the runner for Team Digimon. Gucci on the turn, he's just farming up. He needs to be the deeps for this team, and he definitely is showcasing that he is the damage so far. They've insta-killed like almost every boss. Like mines are pretty crazy.
Whoa, Nugi is taking some significant damage in the library quest right now, and he's also getting spammed by assy emotes. I'm seeing he got spammed a couple times, so I don't know if he had to do /DND yet, but yeah, he's starting to get some outside pressure from the community messaging him. So
Nugi has only 15 cold resist, so it's definitely a very scary zone. And coming in, our 7,000 Elo Leaf Slammer, Ju45, tells us neither range nor duelist are getting Conk Effect as a quest reward. So it's probably why they're doing it. They both want Conk Effect. Conk Effect can buff Sunder, and it can buff Blast Rain or Rain of Arrows. So it's probably worth it.
It makes sense. I think they have to do it at this point, even though they're behind by I'd say a significant amount. They needed to do this quest. They need Conk Effects if they want to stand a remote chance in this race. They need that damage boost from Conk Effect, no doubt.
Exactly. So I imagine they won't TP in. Oh, look at that quiver Nugi just found. 54 life, 17 lightning res on.
Wow.
Well, it's a tier 1 like fizz base. I don't remember the name of it.
That's still
it's
not
like spike
bad,
point,
though.
Something like that. I don't know, but basically, it's the best base you want. It has the highest flat fizz. It's gonna give him the damage. It'll help him tremendously if he does not have a good bow. Taking a look at his bow, that's actually pretty good. Wow, 16 to 27 fire damage, 10 to 19 cold damage, 2 to 58 lightning damage. Try LE with very high rolls. That's actually kind of insane.
Yeah, he says actually quite nice, and also he's using a level 1 quiver still, so that quiver is going to help him out tremendously.
This is a huge upgrade for him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And he just found another bow with flat fizz and flat fizz and fire damage. But he drops it considering he thinks his old bow is better.
Now Zizaran is at Dominus right now. He's killing the quote unquote 6 mini bosses. He's going to be TPing in Nugi anytime soon now.
I believe Nugi will probably turn in the quest really quickly while Ziz does the mini boss. Yeah, they have the time. They're out talking to each other. They're very well coordinated right now. See, he picks up Fortify for Ziz. I'd say that's correct. He's going to buy a Conk Effect right now. Gets one, only one. Will he opt for a second one? Doing some more window shopping. What's he looking for? Blast Rain.
Nugi needs to speed it up here. Zizaran is already.
I believe he already has the Blast Rain in his inventory, unless they did do Gravicious, to my knowledge. Ziz is basically doing the first phase solo right now. His damage is very solid.
Yeah, I think Nugi is okay with this because Zizaran has that god tier axe of his, so he's able to kind of DPS down Dominus without too much of an issue. And now Nugi's going to be teleported in for a second phase, and yeah, we're looking at probably
an hour and 9 minute Shaper. kill?
Yeah, it's
by
pretty
the
incredible.
way.
Yeah. No, but honestly, you know, what are you looking at? Probably an hour and 10 minutes for Dominus versus the hour and 4 minutes for
if
Team
Nugiyen can get
Digimon?
into the fight fast enough, because this is already starting the fight. He's still messing with gear. He's setting up a 4-link. He needs to get in like now. Go. He looks like a 4-link barrage. Oh, Ziz gonna put a TP up.
Oh!
And you see the smile on Ziz's face. Ziz is probably like, yo, Noogie, can you get in here? And Noogie's like, yo, can you put a TP up so I can get in there?
You can see Noogie's asking for a TP, like, hey, I can't get in. And Ziz smiles. He's like, oh yeah, sorry about that, bro. Hold on.
His face literally made the lolly emote there.
Yeah,
like 99%.
pretty much. So that was essentially a 1 hour, 9 minute, and 50 second Dominus kill for Team Zugi, and Team Digimon had it in what 1 hour and 4 minutes, something like that.
I believe so. So 7 minutes behind. However, I still believe, I have hope, right? We can't be biased. You know, there's a chance that they do catch up. You know, someone can die. DeadandDoom has, on all of his losses, I believe he has basically died, and given up that lead. So you never know what's gonna happen.
Absolutely. And like I said, yeah, these races with the rip penalty is definitely a huge thing. We're getting into the harder acts right now, Act 4 and Act 5. So yeah, we can definitely see rips happen, especially at Katava. You never want to count out a race until both people can kill Katava. Both teams can kill Katava, because a lot of rips can happen in there. I saw Ziz die to Avarius earlier on today, so rips are bound to happen.
They need to be on top of their game.
Yes.
They cannot die at all. They gotta make sure they're well geared, resists are high, but the resists are so low in comparison to Team Digimon. Team Digimon definitely in the lead in resist right now. They're like in the 30s, 40s, 50s plus Lyra. Team Zugi is like 29, 0, 18, says 9, 9, 17. They're in a world of trouble if they do get hit. So they essentially gotta just don't get hit, man. Like, unlock their Korean APM, take the advice from Wins that he has been giving them, and yeah, man, just get good.
Yeah, essentially, Team Digimon is making it extremely tough for Team Zugi, because yes, they're winning. Oh, wow, DeadandDoom is. Let me catch back on to that.
Yeah, he is going really low.
Yeah, that was a little bit too close for comfort. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is Team Digimon is not making many mistakes at all, making any type of catch up or any type of gaining ground on them almost impossible. And so the Team Zuki has to play perfect and not rip. So it's tough. They're not leaving any room for errors right now. So
I'm a bit worried for Team Zugi because Nugi is just hit 27, or he's 27 and a half. It's an okay level at this point. Ziz is 29, which is a very good level at this point. But DeadandDoom and Gucci, they are 30, almost 31, both of them. So they'll be able to start skipping mobs faster. Nugi needs to catch up really quick.
Gucci has a 4-link. He has a 4-link for his Glacial Cascade. That's pretty massive, man. He's using Remote Mine, Glacial Cascade, Minefield, and Controlled Destruction in a 4-link. That is some deeps.
That is definitely some deeps. Looks like Team Digimon getting the RNG on the 4-links. Not getting the RNG in the pick and ban phase for first pick, but saying, you know what, we don't need it. We'll get the better gear. We'll play better. And P. Team Zugi. Let's take a look at do they have any 4-links?
Zugi is running. All right, what is Zizaran doing without a belt? You notice this?
I'm not sure. He might have not picked up enough rustics, and then he opted to use one to craft an axe. I think he just made a Yep, he made a decorative axe, 55% IPD. Maybe he's trying to chance a headhunter and he wants to wear a headhunter right away. Who knows?
I think that's a strat. Yeah, I think he's probably going to try to get a headhunter because this is without a headhunter, you know, that's like foreign, you know. He needs
exactly, you know, it only needs 3 ancient orbs. There probably are enough harbingers to get those 3 ancient orbs, so
yeah, absolutely. So right now, Ziz is taking a lot of damage in Dried Lake. He's actually quite squishy right now. He's going to be doing Vol, trying to DPS him down, and oh wow, Ziz is taking a lot of damage here. I don't want to be too far ahead of stream, but wow, this is a pretty monk-ass fight for Zizaran right now.
He's almost low, almost dead. Looks like he's gonna just kill it without inviting Nugi in. Nugi's just saying, "Hey man, I gotta farm up. Go on without me. You gotta put me on your back right now." And Ziz is like, "You know what? No problem. I'm used to it. I've carried some teammates before. I built up those back muscles. Don't need to deadlift. I got this."
Yeah, Nugi is definitely starting to fall a little bit behind here. He's level 27, and I think it's the combination of no blink arrow plus.
He just hit 28 though, so he's gonna get his blast rain going. Yeah. He has a 4-link. It's linked to. Let's take a look here. Blast rain, onslaught, conk effect, wed. I don't think Conk Effect is the best link right now. He should probably use Add a Lightning for trash, and swap back to Conk for other mobs.
For bosses and really tanky rares. Yeah, absolutely. Exactly. I agree with you, man. Yeah, I think Conk Effect is a bad choice for clearing right now. But as you can see, the damage is quite nice now when you switch to Blast Rain. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of Blast Rain. I think it's a smart play by him. So yeah, maybe we'll start to see Nugi pick it up a little bit now with Blast Rain enabled.
Exactly. He walked by a Rustic Sash. I guess Ziz did not mention, hey man, I'm missing a Rustic Sash right now. I need a belt. I don't have enough room to hold all my flasks. But like you said earlier, maybe he's not just not thinking about it. He's like, yo, we gotta catch up, dude. We gotta go fast. Taking a look at the top screen, DeadandDoom and Gucci splitting up the two mini bosses, or which I wouldn't even call them mini. They're kind of like mega bosses in a way.
No, I'd call them normal bosses. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, normal bosses. They're on the way to Comb and Dresso. No one seems to be far ahead.
Gucci making a ballsy play right now, having a Harbinger Flame Dash to him and open a box.
I think he yellow clicked the box too.
Yeah, I think he did. He was just sitting there for a little bit. I'm like, whoa, hey, Gucci,
hey,
what are you doing, man?
Since he has a very slow Lightning Warp, you can cast Lightning Warp, click the box, and warp away to safety. You could probably have a decoy totem up. You'll have some mines pre-placed, then just install all the mobs. I'd say that's... Yellow clicking is always the correct scenario for Gucci's character right now. DeadandDoom also opting to yellow click the Artisan's box. Very huge. If he gets into some whetstones, he can craft a very good weapon, and he needs the currency as a cleave character. Getting 3 armor scraps, which is a whetstone. Bobble, maybe we'll make a stronger flask. Not that important at this level. It's a small increase, and a 1 whetstone. He has 4 or 6 whetstones in his inventory and 6 armor scraps, so he definitely has the currency to make some nice weapons.
Yeah, I'm looking at the gear right now on DeadandDoom, and he's rocking.
Still using a broadaxe.
Yeah, he's using a broadaxe still. He's got attack speed on it. I think that's probably why he's using it still right now. And it's a 3-link, the colors he needs for Ancestral Protector. So he's running Ancestral Protector, Maim, and Added Fire, which is pretty smart in the 3-link.
Exactly. Maim, the 10% more multiplier is global, so it will affect your party member to my knowledge. So you definitely want Maim linked to a totem.
Oh my god. DeadandDoom is cutting it really close right now. What was he down to? Maybe 10% of his HP?
I saw like 100 HP or something. So
yeah,
like
he's running for his life now. Yeah, he knows he needs to get the hell out of a dodge real quick. So he does Whirling Blades out of air. He's like, you know what? Listen, I retreat. You win. And he ran for safety. Smart play by him.
So, taking a look at the strategy on Team Zugi. They are both farming Dried Lake. I don't know about this. They're just making themselves fall further behind. Oh, DeadandDoom went to like 50 HP, but he had a potion up. Wow. If he dies, that could be huge and allow them to catch up, but 2 minutes? I think they're maybe like 5-6 minutes behind at this point.
I mean, the dominance kill was 7 minutes apart, and I think Team Mizuki is falling back even further since then. So I think we're looking at probably conservatively a 10-minute time difference right now. So I think if a rip happens on Team Digimon, it's not going to be the end of the world. They can afford maybe 2 to 3 rips before things become a real issue.
Exactly. The only way this will benefit Team Zugi is if Team DeadandDoom and Gucci, they don't get enough XP and they hit the XP penalty. I know in the comb zone, it's very easy to hit a penalty here. They are really close to 32, both of them. So, oh, DeadandDoom died. DeadandDoom just died. He has to rerun the whole zone. +2. That's
plus 2 minutes right there. That's a huge rip. But like I said, they can afford it. It's unfortunate that they had to run. He's going to have to rerun through the whole zone again with all these sketchy mobs that he left. So yeah, I mean...
Well, he did leave some mobs, so that does allow him to get his Frenzy charges and his Onslaught. If there were no mobs, you know, it'd go a bit slower.
Right.
Yeah, he's killing them, he's getting his Frenzy charges up, he wants to go fast. But wow, look at his minimap when he pops it up. He is so far behind to where he was. Gucci's at Dresso, he's killing it. So the nice thing here is, since Dresso has guaranteed phases, he can't accidentally overkill it.
And look at the damage. Look at the absolute damage right now from GucciPradas in that 4-link Glacial Cascade. He's using Decoy Totem, which is a smart play by him. Wow, this is how you're supposed to do it when you're playing Glacial Cascade right now. This is top-notch stuff.
Exactly. Using Lightning Orb to help him dodge. Very nice play there. Solana opting to go for the Frost Bomb. I believe Dresso is in the last phase. DeadandDoom waiting for the party invite from Gucci. Sync it up. He's zoning in. And wow, dies as DeadandDoom is loading in. That was a picture perfect play. Gucci's showing, hey man, Glacial Cascade is pretty good. I think DeadandDoom just dropped a Seething Colossal Life Flask, so he needs a new flask right now from the vendor.
Essentially, their strategy for Team Digimon was like, hey, DeadandDoom, carry me for the initial first act, maybe Act 2 in the beginning, and then Glacial Cascade is going to become pretty OP for Act 3 onward. So
exactly.
I think that's the strat for sure. I really want to see Glacial Cascade against Kitava right now. I think that's going to be...
I think it's literally going to insta-phase them.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge deal. And I think Team Zugi right now, it might have trouble against Kitava unless they get some really nice RNG with their gear.
So I believe you want to phase in and out. You want one player to go in and out so you can do the heart one player HP, but honestly, I don't even know if it's worth it. Gucci's game is going to be crazy.
Absolutely. And like I said, with the skill that Nugi's using right now, he has to stand still. That's not very good in such a small room like Kitava's. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I really want to see how this works out.
Looking back at Team Digimon, DeadandDoom has started the comb fight. He already got him to half HP. Oh, Gucci died. Gucci died. Whoa. He's going to stay in. That's plus 4 minutes. Diz and Nugi, if they're going to get that news, we're probably going to see a smile on their webcams very soon. I bet you if DeadandDoom had a webcam, he'd have a big rage face on. He'd be like, come on, bruh. Really? But like, you can't really be that angry because he also died himself. So
yeah, the irony is he can't really get mad at Gucci because he died first. He was the first one to die. So
exactly.
Unfortunately, Team Digimon now has a 4-minute penalty. Each one has died once. But this is what happens. You know, this is what happens when you're pushing the limit. They are pushing the limit right now. They're going as fast as they can. And yeah, this is what happens when you're on the bleeding edge of trying to race to kill Kitava.
So on this note, let's take a look at XP here. Ziz is ahead of Gucci in XP now. He was very far behind, a couple levels behind. The extra dried lake farm. I think Gucci might be hitting a penalty. I think Comb is a 37 zone, 31, so it's plus 4 at that point, right?
Yep.
35. 4. So at 32, it's plus 5. Okay, so yeah, they're definitely hitting a penalty. Yeah, Gucci's going back to dried lake. He's like, crap, I got XP up right now.
Yeah.
DeadandDoom might be hitting the same issue too soon enough because Harvest is the 40 zone. They are at plus 5. The 37 is 100 XP. 38 will be around 90 to my understanding. But 39 then to 40, 70, 50%. I'm just going to roughly guess there. So you got to XP properly here.
No, Havoc, my question to you is, does Gucci have to restart the zone and kill Comb?
No, he stayed in the zone. He should have picked up the Comb quest item. Probably already talked to Diala. So there's no mess ups when they are syncing up at Piety. I think there's going to be no issues there.
You know, I'm watching the clear speed of Gucci's Glacial Cascade right now in Dried Lake, and it's not that bad. I thought it was going to be much slower. And
yeah, it's just place down the mines, pop the mines. Place them down, pop the mines, Quicksilver ad. He's permanent Quicksilver, so it's honestly not that bad. It looks a bit slower because he is widescreen, so he's a bit more zoomed out.
Yep.
He's going at a decent speed. Let's take a look at this blue pack here. Essentially one-shot majority of the pack had to do with one more cast to kill the last couple blues and the rare there. Very solid.
Yeah, he's got a 4-link Glacial Cascade that's just putting in work for both bosses, and now he just one-shots blue mobs. And,
exactly. Yeah. The damage is there, the AoE's there. Nugi, on the other hand, also running Dried Lake. I'd say he has the damage. Well, right now he has the speed with the acceleration shrine, but his AoE is...
he's hacking.
He's hacking, taking the free hacks.
He hacked a Gibson. Yeah, he hacked a Gibson. He's cheating right now, but unfortunately, you know, sooner or later that's going to run out. And yeah, I'm not too sure about Nugi's gear right now. I keep saying that, you know, time and time again. But as a bow character, especially in a race, gear is everything. And
take a look at his gear. His gear is pretty good. He has rare iron ring, some flat fizz. He has a rare gold ring with some flat fizz. Lots of rarity on that too. That's pretty cool. He has a nice 42 life chest with dual res, fire and lightning. He has a very strong royal bow. Wow. 10 to 18 fire, 2 to 34 lightning, 6 attack speed, and 16 critical strike chance. Might get some crit game going to synergize with his Alira and possibly his passive tree. He does have some crit nodes on the way to point blank. And the royal bow has a 22% increased elemental damage implicit. So
yeah, and Nugi is running a 4-link right now for his Blast Rain. He's running Blast Rain, Onslaught, Concentrated Effect, and LE damage. So he's running a proper 4-link for this. Concentrated Effect, I don't know if I agree with unless for bosses, but, you know, he's doing good damage.
Yeah, he's definitely going to have the damage to be able to kill everything. He's going for that elemental playstyle. But Flat Fizz doesn't hurt. On the top screen, we see DeadandDoom and Gucci fighting Piety. Rise, please close your eyes right now. Piety is going down very fast. You can probably open your eyes, Rise. It's safe.
Wow. That was a sub 10-second Piety kill, would you say? Something like that? 15?
I blinked and then she was dead. I didn't count.
Wow, that is I'm saying right now, if you guys are wondering at home who is winning the damage game right now, I think it's definitely Team Digimon right now.
And I'd say it's like mostly Gucci. However, DeadandDoom's damage is very respectable. I'd say it's similar to Ziz's or Nugi's damage.
I agree. I think DeadandDoom and Zizaran are very, very similar right now in terms of damage.
Exactly.
Very similar. I think Gucci is by and far leading the race right now in terms of damage, and Nugi I think is kind of fourth right now in terms of damage. But you know, his gear is pretty good too. It's not like
taking a quick look at everyone's gear. DeadandDoom, like it seems like everyone on the attack base side has a very good gear, except for Zizaran. Zizaran has white rings still. Not a lot of flat fizz there, but other than Ziz, everyone seems to have nice flat fizz rings, decent weapons, gloves with flat fizz or attack speed or something. And
he's using a leather belt. I'm surprised maybe he wants the survivability from the leather belt over something.
So is DeadandDoom. He's like, hey man, I died. I gotta get tanky. I'm not sure if he swapped it recently, but he's
good point.
Also
Gucci's
using
So Nugi's the only one using a rustic right now.
Yep. He's going for the damage. Apologies to the viewers who just heard my stomach rumble. I'm just hungry for some more reps. They feed me. They power me up. They empower the casting game. Zizaran fighting for cool right now, killing the people of the gutters. Nugi does not need to zone in for this boss. Oh, all those ads come out with Sunder. Sunder loves the more mobs that are there, the stronger it is, because the AoE overlaps on each mob.
Yeah, and dare I say that Team Zuki is actually making up some ground here?
Well, DeadandDoom is farming. But Gucci is still progressing since he will kill the bosses like 10 times faster. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. It's gonna be 4 glacial cascades. Taking a long time on the last one. 4 glacial cascades will kill Chaperone. That's pretty good.
Jeez, that is pretty good. I'd say that's fantastic. Honestly,
yeah, it is actually fantastic. Yeah. I'd be very happy to get the glacial cascade pick. So it's kind of an interesting. The more we run these events, I want to see if there's like a meta form. It's like, oh man, they got Sunder, but we got Glacial Cascade type of thing, right? Especially in a Katava race. Yeah. If this was an Azaro race, you know, you can't really pull a Glacial Cascade. It's a 28 gem.
And yes, Fikar, Gucci is on a 4-link. So guys at home, Gucci is using Remote Mine, Glacial Cascade, Minefield, and Controlled Destruction in a 4-link. That's why his Glacial Cascade is so OP. He's using a decent wand right now. He has 11% increased spell damage, 13% increased fire damage, and a little bit of mana regen. Not too good, and then he's using just a random shield with fizz damage and some res, because he needs the res right now. So that's what Gucci's using right now, and that's how he's able to get that type of damage. Pretty impressive.
Pretty quick Dodre kill as well. I did not count the number of hits there, but each cascade cast did a very sizable portion of the damage. I'd say around 20-30%.
Yeah, it just chunks. Yeah, especially Dodre being extremely obese and tanky. Yeah, that was a pretty fast kill. So
obese? That's we gotta watch out there. We don't want to be hunted down by some social justice warriors. I'd say Dodre is just big boned.
She's thick. I think the proper term is thick.
Is thick. Okay, we'll have our experts confirm with us that the correct word in the scenario is thick, and they will get back to us.
There's no thick shaming on the stream. Apologies.
Exactly.
So right now, it looks like you're correct. It seems like DeadandDoom is just farming Dried Lake, trying to get the XPs up, while Gucci is just DPSing down every little mini boss. Do you want to call these guys mini bosses now, or what?
They're like smaller than Duresso, but
yeah, we're getting to too many subgenres like Rock has right now. So
exactly, but like Duresso technically a lower boss than Malachi, but he's also like scarier than Malachi. So it's like
technically, yeah. Be technical death metal, it could be screamo. Like, no, we don't need so many subgenres.
They're just fighting the boss. Right now.
They're just fighting bosses. Yes, please. But yeah, right now it seems like Team Zuki is on Duresso. They're doing decent damage, but Nugi is taking some. Wow, Nugi is calling it close right now, cutting it close.
How low did he go there? I did not see.
He went down to about 30%, so he was pretty close to ripping if he got hit again.
Okay. He has 734 HP. Wow. Ziz has 883. Take a look at DeadandDoom, 871. Gucci is he has his character screen up, so I can't see it. Looks like 790. So everyone's similar on HP. Starting the Malachi fight. Gucci's like, hey man, yo, my damage is pretty good. You just keep farming, bro. DeadandDoom about to level, gonna get an extra level, and then probably just skip everything afterwards. I'm gonna think a level 35 Katava kill. Level 36 maybe is what we're gonna see in this event.
No, Gucci's at Malachi right now. He is, wow, just look at the damage he's outputting right now. Absolutely disgusting.
Like every time I blink, or I look down at the other screens, like Team Zugi, he just goes through a phase in the fight. I'm like, wait, what? That fast? Wow.
Yep. It's quite impressive. I am a believer in Glacial Cascade now for racing. It's pretty amazing. And Gucci's making this look pretty easy. He's taking some damage here by Malachi, but it's not too bad. He's, you know, maybe dipping to half HP tops, and he was able to complete phase 1 without too much of an issue. So he's going to be calling in DeadandDoom relatively soon.
Oh, but Gucci just got a offer for his Grim Girdle, Leather Belt, 3 Chaos, and Hardcore Harbinger. He still plays the league. He might opt out for it. We'll see.
I would, man. I would. Show a little bit of BM, make the trade.
It's half a breach, man.
Yeah.
Starting the Malachi fight. Yeah, definitely. Starting the Malachi fight. Yeah,
so
DPSing him down. Whoa, he's going so low though. He might incur another penalty here. Need to be very careful.
So right now they can afford the 4-minute penalty that they have, the 2 rips in total. But now they have to be worried. Hey, we can't rip again here because Team Zugi has not died yet. But Team Zugi is facing Comb right now, and Ziz is taking a lot of damage. Oh my!
This is where Gucci died. They have to be very careful.
Yep.
Dodging the magma orbs from the sides. 2/3 of the arena is covered in magma orbs, and it rotates periodically. SRS coming out, killing it pretty fast. Zizaran taking care of it. Nugiyen going a half, presses potion though. Seems to be fine, no worries there. Takes down Comb, easy clap. That was fine, I'd say, other than the start.
Other than the start, yeah, they actually handled it. They got some composure going, and Comb went down relatively easy after that. Malachi is going down relatively easy due to Glacial Cat. Oh boy, but man, Gucci is taking a lot of damage.
Yes, and in the top left screen, you see DeadandDoom is zooming in on his character, admiring the duelist red shirt, going, hey, my guy looks pretty good. Have they not put on any MTX, saying, you know, I don't believe in MTX, or I don't need MTX to power my character. I'm a beast. I'm DeadandDoom. I'm the GOAT. Come at me.
Yeah, DeadandDoom is just sitting in town, looking at himself, admiring him, be like, listen, I am the best right now. I don't need to do anything. I'm just going to stay in town and let Gucci do the work for me against Malachi.
Exactly.
And doing work he is. Gucci is definitely playing a lot of damage, avoiding all of the damage right now from Malachi. And now here comes... Yeah, now DeadandDoom is coming in to save the day.
It just tagged the last hard face. Oh, going for the slam. Will they peek anyone? Oh, imagine if Gucci got stunned there and then ate the slam along with some of those red balls. Could have been another death. Yeah. Definitely would have been very disheartening, demoralizing, but they killed Malachi. Easy peasy.
Yeah,
exactly.
Malachi is down, no problem. So yeah, they're going to be moving to Act 5, where Team Zugi is, I'd say, at least 5 minutes away from doing Malachi. At least.
Exactly. Zizaran running by a very sketchy haste pack. Man, those puncture guys are very spooky, but he has 1,000 HP at this point, 978. He is strong. Opting over the Ranger side, which is a little lower HP than the Marauder side, but it does allow you to go very fast and have very good damage. Nugi farming Dried Lake, taking a look at levels.
Ooh.
D&D 34. What's up?
Havoc, let's just cut in real quick here. Zizaran is getting lost in his zone right now.
He's at the exit. What do you mean? He's at the exit right now.
He was getting lost. No, you missed it.
It's a caster's curse. You say, hey, you're getting lost. Next thing you know, they're at the exit. So I'll trust you on this one.
He was getting lost. I promise you. He was getting a little bit confused there for a good couple seconds. So
unlost. He's like blasting cap. Come on, bro. Why you gotta do me like that?
I'm telling you, he was lost for a couple seconds, but he was able to find himself again, and yeah, he's doing good now. But he was initially lost for a little bit. I swear. I swear.
All right, we'll watch the VODs in that one to see if you keep your job for future events. No, I'm just kidding.
So it looks like Nugi is just still farming for XP right now in Dried Lake.
He doesn't really have anything else to do. He could, like, he's gonna hit 34 pretty soon. At this point, the den's probably not worth it, but like maybe earlier on he could have done it. Like, I don't know. I really want to see one team try the den quest. Maybe we'll see it in the semi-pro event tomorrow. There will be a pick and ban normal Zara kill, a bit shorter, so the quickstep won't have a big effect. Oh, and I'll have to interrupt myself. They're starting the Piety fight. Looks like Nugi went really low at the beginning. Seems to be a common theme in these boss fights. Gets chunked, but then, you know, it calms his nerve, makes him play better afterwards. Because he's like, okay, this is how much damage she does. This is how much I can tank. And they take down Piety. Easy peasy. That was pretty good damage, actually.
Yeah, it was actually relatively solid damage coming out of Team Zugi. That was a fast bitey kill, and it wasn't too sketchy at all.
Exactly.
HP didn't dip too much. Yeah, looks like they're prepared. I think they're going to be able to do Malachi without too much of an issue with their gear and synergy right now.
Exactly. So something interesting here. Gucci is still farming Dried Lake. He is the same level as Nugi, but what level is the control blocks? Is it also 40? That means he has +5, 38, so 2 levels off. 80%, I think, the extra 6 levels. 80% of a 40 zone versus 100% of a 34 zone, I believe, for Dread Lake. I'd probably go with the 40 zone at this point for terms of XP per hour.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. Don't have too much to add to that. I mean, that's true. He should be probably getting out of Dread Lake at this point.
Exactly. So a minor thing I want to mention here is, like I've said earlier, both Gucci and DeadandDoom have extremely high ping towards each other. So DeadandDoom 300 ping in Singapore servers. Gucci 190 ping when he's on DeadandDoom server. So what they do before they go into every town is they lead the party to make sure they zone into their own town. So one tiny thing that to think about before any zone transition.
Yeah, I'm looking at right now. I'm kind of looking at DeadandDoom, seeing what he's up to, and he's just whirling through. Like, God, I thought he was good at Leap Slam. I think he might be a little bit better with Whirling Blades at this point. He is really showing how it's done, and yeah, Gucci's back in Dried Lake again.
Yeah, I think he really wants to hit 34 to get the +5 there, so he's 39, 1 off for 40. Look at Ziz's face right now. He's really focused. He's in that game face. He has the game face on. Well, Nugi on the other hand, he's laughing right now. He's smiling. He's having a good time, so that's good to see. We always want our players to have fun in these events. We always ask them before, hey, what type of event you want to do? They let us know, and we try to set it up for them. But yeah, the last time I saw that face was when Ziz was racing for level 100 in the 2-week SSF event, 2-week Mayhem, Turmoil, something like that. But he is focused and he wants to win. He's not giving up. The heart of a champion.
Absolutely. And like I said, this race is pretty damn close too. I mean, you have to keep in mind, there is a 4-minute penalty right now for Team Digimon. So yeah, Team Zugi has not died yet. Kudos to them, especially on a squishy bow character.
Exactly. Ziz is number 1 in XP too. He's pushing it. Oh, as I say, he's number 1 in XP and he has the most HP. He almost dies. And DeadandDoom almost dies as well. 2 Harbinger pack. So that can happen. They can change things up. Malagar being very sketchy. That chaos damage being pretty insane early on, but he takes it down no problem. Still deathless. I think if we can maybe get a stack to look into this, Ziz has the least amount of deaths overall out of any racer that's participated in our event. So lowest deaths per race. So,
really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He may not be the fastest, but if he's your teammate, you could definitely rely on him to not die. So maybe that's why he dies a lot in his practice run, so he wants to know the limits of his character.
Possibly, but yeah. He was using Cleave in Act 5 against when I was watching his test run. So now he's using Sunder, technically a better skill.
It's like training with weights, man. You train with a harder skill, but then you're like, hey, man, I got to go with the easy skill, or not easier, but the stronger skill. Makes things easier.
Yeah, it could be his strat, but now he's going against Zizaran Nugiyen, trying to down Piety with his Sunder. He's doing a pretty good job right now. Not too bad. Damage seems okay. And it seems Gucci has finally gotten out of Dried Lake. He's finally left Dried Lake, and now he's going to be progressing with
Still not 34 though. He's slowing down XP. I think he's actually the lowest level right now. So Team Ziggy, they might be pushing ahead in XP here in terms of XP rankings. Ziz number 1 at 35, then DeadandDoom about to 35, Nugi 34.5, Gucci he's at 33 and 90%. So, and Gucci he really wants to be the highest level. But that being said, Glacial Cascade Mines is very strong. It hits multiple times per cascade, so the damage will be crazy.
Now Zizaran is proccing Malachi right now. Let's see how he does here. I think his damage is gonna be okay.
See, will he solo just like how Gucci? No, Nugi goes directly to town as the fight starts, zoning in right now. Dropped into do it together. Kind of shows the strength of Glacial Cascade, that even if he's not underleveled, but like he can kind of go for a lower skill level. Doesn't really need to level as high, since the whole mechanic of Mines, Glacial Cascade overlap multiple times on big bosses.
Yeah, all you need is a 4-link though. Easier said than done when you're racing,
Exactly.
but that 4-link has definitely significantly helped him, I think, in terms of damage, while allowing him to kind of go under-leveled and still do enough damage to progress.
Taking a look at DeadandDoom, he is in the Oriath Square. Very sketchy zone, lots of proximity shields here, which you'd think they'd only hinder ranged characters, they do affect melee characters too, since our melee characters kind of become ranged in a way. He's trying to craft a new weapon, he's ulting a sword. I'm not sure if I'd recommend that at this point, but oh, gets 15 IPD, and you know, it says, hey man, that's better. So he definitely just wants to increase his physical damage. I don't think he cares too much about his elemental damage at this point. On the bottom screen, Team Zugi starting the Malachite fight. Ziz being the main DPSer, Nugi going in and out. They have the portal upstairs. That is a mistake, so he lost out on 2 or 3 seconds there. Every little second will matter. DPSing now, first start goes down instantly, so they won't TP up per heart phase. Slam coming out, dodge the slam, easy peasy. They both have extra totems set up. So Nugi has a blast rain totem. Interesting. Maybe we can find out what that is linked to in a second. Second heart coming up. Pretty fast and done. That was like a couple seconds. Pretty close.
Yeah,
to oh, and ups on the top left screen. DeadandDoom going really low. I'm not sure why his TV was in a different spot than where he was whirling to. Oh my god, he might die here. Those mobs are crazy. Those storm calls are actually insane. They hit very hard. You know, you might want to consider some armor at this point.
So Nugi is doing Blast Rain, Faster Attacks, Ranged Attack Totem, and Herald of Ash in his well, it's not a 4-link, he's using a 3-link, but yeah, Blast Rain, Faster Attacks, and Ranged Attack Totem was his setup right there.
So synergizing the faster attacks. Well, actually, no, I was gonna say with the Blink Arrow, but then it's Blast Rain there, so never mind. Scratch that thought. Yeah, I'd say it's decent links.
Yeah, it's not bad for
you gotta make do with what you got, you know, he still gets his Herald of Ash linked somewhere. Ideally, you want a blue for Conk Effect. He already has Point Blank from the passive tree, so he doesn't need to socket that in. See, DeadandDoom is entering the Chamber of Innocence right now. This is honestly the best farming zone. One of the best farming zones in the game, so it's like Gucci probably TP him here. Nope, opting not to TP him. And what is Gucci gonna do? I guess he's just gonna farm and control blocks instead. So Gucci is falling behind in XP. Maybe you can get a confirmation what level the Chamber of Innocence is. I think it's 42, 43, so he definitely does not have the levels to get the proper XP there. But I don't think DeadandDoom has the levels either, so honestly not gonna go past 35 at this point. 35 will be the Katava kill level.
Yeah, I think so as well. And I do you think that's a little bit too under leveled though? Do you think that?
I think that's fine. I was talking to players beforehand what levels they think they would kill Katava, and we were kind of saying, yeah, 35 seems realistic. After that, we just want to run past everything. We might do a couple skill point quests to have like maybe 40 skill points on the tree, so we'll see what they do. I think Team Zugi might opt for the extra levels here just to be a bit tankier, a bit stronger. I don't believe they did too many skill point quests to my understanding. But DeadandDoom's like, and Gucci, they're like, hey man, we're strong, Glacial Cascade's OP. I don't need that extra jump level. We're gonna just like demolish him.
Right, and do you think Team Zugi might be banking on the fact that DeadandDoom and Gucci might rip again? Because they already have a 4-minute penalty, so another rip here and there could give Team Zugi the chance to kind of take it slow for a little bit, get some XP, and then go in a little bit more stacked than Team Digimon did.
Exactly, so here's something very interesting as Team Zugi enters Act 5 for the first time, whereas DeadandDoom and Gucci, they are in Chamber of Innocence almost at the various fight. Zizaran has Charged Dash equipped. Why would he do that?
I don't know. I mean, maybe he thinks it's going to help clear speed? I don't know. That's actually a really good question. Not sure on that choice.
My guess is he's going to use it for ledges. I believe you can use it to cross ledges, so we're seeing a lot of creative choices here. We saw 3 movement skill picks, and players like, what, you banned these 3? You forgot about Rolling Blades, you forgot about Lightning Orb, you forgot about Charge Dash, so I wouldn't even have thought about Charge Dash for the race, so these bans are definitely making the players think in-depth.
So I think
available.
Charge Dash is probably to go through gates, essentially. I think that would be the only reason why you would want to do that.
That makes sense. So on the top screen, DeadandDoom is starting the Innocence fight. TP's in and out. Damage looked okay. What is Gucci doing? Oh, I don't think Gucci got the, he like the eyeball or something, right? To enter the Innocence fight. You're not,
I don't think he has it.
Yeah, they've not synced up. They're going to lose some time here. Because Gucci is the deep.
Absolutely.
DeadandDoom has some okay damage. He has not picked up the threshold jewel yet. Oh, it's after this quest actually. So he should have Fortify after this. He just has to live and not die and do as much damage as possible while Gucci tries to catch up. Gucci is going to hit 35, so he should catch up in levels. Nugi and Ziz are already 35. Ziz is almost 36. Wow, he is really far ahead in XP, but they honestly just entered Act 5. They need to XP a bit more.
DeadandDoom's doing decent damage right now against Avar, so, I mean, can he carry this for Gucci?
It's, but look at how long it's taking though. It's I bet you if Gucci's here, it would have already been dead. Okay, so Gucci has opened the required door, and now he is. What is he doing? He's opting to farm more. Interesting. Maybe you can check what the level breakpoint is for Glacial Cascade when it gets to the next level. Okay, now he goes to town. He made a new instance, then went to town. Waiting for him to tag the second phase, and he's gonna zone in. Still playing with gear. Now he goes in. A bit late. DeadandDoom already done 5%, 10% of the damage. Not a lot. Zones out to resync. And it looks like they want Gucci to... No, they don't want the solo. Gucci waiting for DeadandDoom to come back to take the aggro, since he's kind of standing still in his mind phase. Oh, almost dodging the slam. Walking out. He's hasn't really done anything so far in the fight other than draw some aggro. Scared of the laser, runs out, goes back in.
I mean, technically, wow, DeadandDoom is just going through the bullet hell phase quite nicely right there. Just whirling blade through it, going, I don't care. You're not going to kill me anyways. Gucci really hasn't applied too much damage just yet. Now he is. Now he's starting to get some nice fat glacial cascades on.
But we're on the minion phase. This isn't too crazy. If anything, DeadandDoom wants to be the only guy killing here because he wants frenzy charges and onslaught. Let's see what type of damage he can bring once we go back to the main phase. Ooh, so how come his Glacial Cascades keep on fanning out sometimes? That's really weird. Doesn't happen on the next couple casts, and then insta-phases him. Very strong. This is the strength of Glacial Cascade we're now seeing. However, he still does not have the Frost Bomb. Instead of like 2 or 3 Glacial Cascades, to go to the next phase, it could be maybe 1 or 2. So,
this fight would have been over with if Gucci was able to get into the first phase.
Exactly.
But
he didn't get into his DPS groove in the first phase, and again, missing the Frost Bomb.
Probably added, what, 40 seconds to that quote-unquote little bit of a mistake there. Not too big of a deal. But I definitely can see Team Zugi catching some ground out there.
It targeted their decoy totem, so Gucci is able to get some super high damage on Innocence there.
Well played.
Easily done. 146. So we're actually behind. We thought they'd be done the whole event by now. Interesting. So we see how big of an impact Leap Slam has, or movement skills have, in DeadandDoom's Ranger Katava kill. I think it was like 151, 155. He had Leap Slam. So movement skills really synergize very well with Frenzy Charges, Onslaught, all these increased attack speed modifiers.
Yes.
But without it,
151 was under.
They're like 10 minutes slower now.
Yep. He had a 151 with Sunder and a 155 on his Ranger, I believe. So he was able to do it, with those times, with no limits. He had his movement skills and all this, that, and the other. So, yeah, you can definitely see the ban on movement skills has obviously added some time to the race. So
if we go back to previous race, I'm not going to say it just in case so we don't spoil it, but one team was 20 minutes behind almost at this point. But, like, they had some crazy TP strats, and suddenly they caught up because the other team also had, like, a 10-minute death penalty. So I don't think it's over yet for Ziz and Nugi. Let's look at the HP values. Ziz, 1000 HP. DeadandDoom, 900 HP. Gucci, 900 HP. Nugi, 800 HP. So if Nugi can live, I think, because I'm expecting he would be the only one that's in actually, not all the players are actually in a one-shot range to the X-Slam, if I recall correctly. So everyone has to be careful. Yeah,
absolutely. It's going to be close. And like I said, with these separate races, the Katava kills, there's a lot of rips that happen, obviously, on Katava because he's extremely tough when you're under leveled and you have race gear and this, that, and the other. So you saw, previous races in Katava, you saw some rips happen that kind of decided the actual race. So this thing is far from over. Even though one team has a slight advantage, it could be gone in an instant. So definitely not over yet.
Gucci opting to do some crafting, throws an essence on a ring, gets some flat fizz, all res, life. Looking into DeadandDoom, seeing if he wants it. It is a 2-stone ring. See if he takes it.
Why does this log out?
Oh, it's 7 to 12. I did not see, actually.
That was interesting. Was that accidental? I wasn't sure what Ziz was doing there.
I'm not sure. May have missed it. He maybe just wanted to refill fast or something's really low, and yeah, we'll have to look back at that later. Nugi, he is doing a similar strategy to Gucci, just farming the already that square on his own while Ziz is running ahead. So we go over deaths. DeadandDoom and Gucci have 1 death apiece, a total of 2 deaths. That is a 4-minute time penalty. Ziz and Nugi, no deaths whatsoever so far. They are deathless. They are significantly behind, but you never know what can happen, especially on the Kitava height. That is where the rips will come, in my opinion.
Absolutely, and having 0 rips, if they go into the Kitava fight with 0 rips and Team Digimon has 2 already, that's a big deal. You know, that's 4 minutes right there, and this is, I think Team Zugi is definitely caught up a little bit here.
Looks like Zizaran has a Control I maybe macro to invite Nugi, so they definitely prepared beforehand, because there's a lot of logouts in this race, and you want to be like scrolling through your friends list, go like, all right, where are you? Maybe you accidentally misclick the wrong person, some guy trolls you, to make sure he invites the correct teammate. So apparently Ziz did not TP for the wall for Nugi, so that's why he went back.
Interesting. Okay, that makes sense. Absolutely makes sense. I'm gonna look at gear right now. I'm looking at DeadandDoom's. I'm looking essentially at Team Digimon's gear right now. Are they going to be able to handle Kitava soon? And I don't know. Their gear is kind of. I don't think it's enough.
The resists are very good. He's gonna have almost max fire res. Look, 67 fire res in DeadandDoom. Gucci will have 48, but they're gonna be all about damage. They're like, hey man, we're just gonna DPS him down and not get hit. I feel like it's gonna be the same strat for Team Zugi as well. Take a look at the life totals. DeadandDoom plus 102 life. Gucci plus 109. Ziz plus 160. Nugi plus 172. So they have a lot more life on gear. A little bit less resist though.
In terms of damage, I think both teams can handle Kitava. I think it's more about survivability at this point, with res, as you were talking about, and HP on their gear. Exactly. I think both teams have enough damage to kill Kitava at this point.
Gucci has started running to Kitava, so we actually set a 2-hour limit for this event. Will Team Zugi even make it to Kitava in time? We definitely put the pressure with that time limit, because we've seen many pros even not be able to make the 2-hour mark, but we wanted to put on the pressure to make sure they...
And we didn't anticipate both teams removing the main movement skills out of the competition today. So, you know, that obviously going to add some time to the race. So 2 hours is cutting it really close, especially no movement skills.
Might have to make it 210, 220 next time, just in case players opt to slow down the race by banning certain skills. Yeah, Gucci and DeadandDoom, they're going to be on Kitava in a couple minutes here. He's playing very safe, does not want to die. Probably gonna spike the last skill point as the fight starts. DeadandDoom just chilling in town. He's like, yeah, I'm a beast, man. I don't need any levels. I think he'd get 36 in this time, but he's opting to just continue to XP. Gucci has a very scary Harbinger pack, drops the Deco Totem, goes to the other route. His Glacial Cascades are destroying the mobs. Pretty safe so far. I haven't seen him go low yet. He has a Stib Knife Flask. Actually, both players have a Stib Knife Flask from the quest reward. So does Nugi. Zizaran is still on double HP, double mana. So this whole time they've been fighting Innocence, and it hasn't been that fast. They have very low DPS uptime in comparison to Gucci.
Right, absolutely. And I'm watching Zizaran. He's cut it close a few times. One in the bullet hell phase that we just saw, and he got hit pretty hard too, dropping about 25%. Nugi's doing a great job in terms of surviving in this room, especially on his type of character. But yeah, the DPS, as you mentioned, is not looking that great in terms of what Team Digimon was able to pull off.
Exactly. You can even see it in the ad phase. They kill the ads a lot slower. They don't really have the AoE coverage, but you don't need the AoE coverage for the boss. Man, I'm just like watching Gucci right now. It's almost like he's walking in slow motion, man. It's like the wait before the epic boss fight. It's like, you know what's coming, right? But it's like, oh man, can you hurry up? You start running.
Yeah, absolutely. So Gucci is now at Kitava. He's able to get there, and it has begun. Gucci is now there officially. Team Digimon has started fighting Kitava.
The 153 minute mark. I'm gonna start my timer here. I want to time this fight.
Team Zuki is not even done with Avarius yet, so pretty
DeadandDoom going into Gucci zone. I think that means he has 300 ping. That is pretty big, and Zuki is still on the Innocence fight. They just literally don't want to die.
320 ping to be exact. That's pretty rough.
That is definitely really rough. Honestly, I'd just sit in town if I was Dead and Doom and just get carried.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just like, yo, Gucci, handle this for me, man, please, because trying to be precise and that lag, like you gotta anticipate.
You gotta dodge the fist. You definitely do not want to get fisted by Katava. That will hurt a lot. You gotta time yourself correctly on the heart phases, zoning in and out. You know, he throws down the furniture at you. You got the slams. You got the X thing. You gotta be really careful.
Absolutely. The heart phase is really where you see a lot of players rip in these type of races. The heart phase does so much damage out of nowhere. You can kind of avoid the telegraph stuff that Katava does, but boy, that heart phase can be extremely
So rippy. He does zone in for the heart phase. I think he just opted to, hey, I'll get an extra stim knight down, we'll blind all the enemies, make sure he's really safe. And look, they're going to be starting the second heart phase in maybe like 20-30 seconds from now. Gucci going in and out, grab some pots. Dead and Doom, he's going to zone in? No, he's not zoning in yet. Oh, Nugi died. Nugi just died. He looks defeated. Ziz, he's not like happy either. He's like, come on, bro, Nugi. Come on, dude. We had this. So now it's just a +2. You could probably consider it like that at this point. The time difference.
And here I was kind of making fun of, not making fun, I was kind of taking a couple shots at Ziz for ripping in his earlier run today on stream, but he's the only one who hasn't died at this point. So I take that back as Ziz is showing me up. He has not died yet. Good for him.
I think Team Digimon might kill Katava faster than Team Zugi killed Innocence. Really showing how powerful Mines and Glacial Cascade are.
Yeah, Glacial Cascade right now in that 4-link is doing work.
Did we see a Firestorm ban in this race? I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
There's 3 movement skills and Flame Blast to my knowledge. Yeah, there's 3 movement skills and Flame Blast. Firestorm is similar to Glacial Cascade in terms of big boss DPS. And Team Digimon 156.04 takes down Katava.
Wow.
+2 minutes, or I guess +4 technically. 2 hour and 4 minutes. Easy peasy. That was a 2-minute and 20-second fight, roughly.
That is fast. That is extremely fast. Good for them. Extremely well played. And that Glacial Cascade choice really paid off at the end. Initially, it was kind of slow, you know, when they were leveling, but really started to show its power in Act 3. So great synergy between Dead and Doom and Gucci, and they were able to pull off with the rip penalty, a 2 hour and, what was it, Abby? 2 hour and
2 hour 4 minutes. Or 4 seconds, sorry.
4 seconds?
4 seconds, yep.
Damn good run. So now, unfortunately, Team Zugi has 1 rip under the belt due to Nugi. Zizaran hasn't died just yet, but we haven't even gotten to Katava yet. I do sense maybe 1 or 2 rips might happen at Katava, but we'll see here. But they can't afford a rip here at all.
So now they aren't racing Team Digimon. They're racing the timer right now. They need to get to Katava in the next 3 minutes. So Nugi will probably be going to the Cathedral entrance, putting a TP there, waiting for Ziz to find the Sign of Purity.
And technically, they only have a little over 2 minutes left.
Once they start the fight, they just need to start the fight before the 2 hour mark, then we'll let them go overtime. So this is about completion. Yeah, they did not win this battle, but you know, racing is a war. They'll beat them next time. Like maybe they'll come out on top. This is just one battle among many. Nugi out of pots, but he finds the cathedral rooftop. Probably TP out right now. Hey, that's a pretty cool animation. I've actually never seen that before. All that red glowy stuff going up. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and now Nugi has the part to start Innocence right now, or Katava, so he is ready to go, and I think we're going to see a Katava fight relatively soon now out of Team Zugi.
Yep, they have 2 minutes to get to Katava. They're both making their own no, they go in the same instance. Let's hope they do not set Katava to 2-player. Apparently, Innocence was set to 2-player, which is why it was so long. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's what cost them the race. Like a simple mistake like that. There's a huge difference between 2 players attacking a single-player boss versus a 2-player boss.
Right, and you notice with Team Digimon, they were able to effectively do the 1 HP boss strats quite well and consistent throughout the entire race.
Yeah.
Very few times did they fight a 2-player HP boss. So I think that significantly helped them. Ziz is able to get
he got there really fast. That was some really fast rolling blades.
Yeah, Ziz is really putting in some work in terms of traversing to get to Katava. He started the fight. Oh!
Oh, man. You saw Nugi's face. He's, oh my god! Again.
Oh no!
No, and you see his face. His
apart.
hands on his mouth.
Ziz is falling apart. Oh, Ziz, what are you doing, man?
It's alright. They know they don't have a chance to, and so it's all about completion at this point. You want to get good practice in. They can look at the VODs and try again in the next event.
Ziz was doing so well. He hadn't died at all the entire time, and then he just
now he has the most deaths in this race. Went from I don't know how it's gonna affect his average. He still probably has the least deaths per race, but that's gotta hurt, man. Gotta hurt. Maybe he's going for the. They might be trying to pad the stats now. Who knows?
You can see Nugi's face. He's not too happy. that
I don't think he's too mad because they know they've already lost. You see a hint of a smile there. Ziz is laughing. Yeah, Nugi's laughing. They're having a good time. They're like, you know what? It's over. Let's just have some fun at this point. It's all good. Feels good.
Right. That's what these things are about, anyways. These community races, it's just to have fun. You know.
Exactly.
They know they're out of it. They might as well just finish it, have fun, and yeah. The damage output's not too bad though. Out of Team Zugi. I
missed their heart phase. How fast was that?
It was on. I don't know. I was too busy looking.
I was too busy looking. Oh, and Nugi eats a big slam. They're 2-2 now. I think it's a competition now between each other. Who can die less? That's honestly. And Ziz died. So I think right now Nugi is leading. Nugi at 2 deaths. Ziz at 3. So this is a brand new event in our event. Who can die less on the top fight? Excuse me. I just coughed, but. They're probably this is that again. 4-2, 4-2. Nugi in the lead. Let's see who dies the least. This is an event in the event.
Mini game was inside the game. Here we go. Who do you think is gonna win? I think Nugi's gonna die less, but
Nugi has the least amount of HP, but Ziz is melee, so.
This is just eating.
I want to see them trying to PK each other at this point. Might as well have some fun. Just go at it. Right. Second heart phase coming out. Ziz is laughing. He's having so much fun right now.
Let's see how fast his heart phase goes now with Nugi's single target damage.
He has the blind from the Stibnite. Ziz is coming in. Ziz is not with Stibnite. Maybe why he's dying a bit more. Looks to be mostly one shots though, so hard to say. Yeah, Ziz's Thunder is really good. Definitely destroying the ads. And Heart doesn't really seem to be taking too much damage though. Not a lot. Man, honestly, all I'm thinking about right now is I can't wait to see who dies next. I shouldn't be saying that as a caster. Don't want to be biased. Don't want to discourage the players from playing well. But in terms of the entertainment value, we're not like super serious esports yet, you know. So we can have some fun.
Right. Yeah, and it is pretty much over at this point. They're just playing to complete it. There's no way of actually catching up to Team Digimon at this point, so they're just having fun at this point. And
exactly.
I really want to see, honestly, who rips next. I think Ziz might have another rip in him. I don't know. He
has the game face on though. He has the game face on.
Yeah, he does. He's really focusing right now.
Some reviewers are asking, is this the pros versus noob race? No, this is not the pro versus noobs race. This is a professional versus professional team race. I would argue that DeadandDoom and Gucci have more practice, and they are probably considered the rank 1 and rank 2 players right now in these events. It's hard to say who's rank 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'd say it's pretty close between everyone at that point.
Yeah,
look at the focus. They both don't want to die. I saw a couple people go low there.
Yeah. Nugi does not want to catch up to Ziz in terms of rips. He wants to win this little mini game right now. He wants the trophy. He wants the participation trophy. But I must say, like, the damage right now out of
Ziz has got a $50 donation. You tried lol, but he doesn't even notice it. Oh, you see, he's smiling now. He saw it. He's like, oh yeah. So
the PK donation.
It's the tried and true strategy. Rips for Reddit. Get the views, get the subs, get the donos. So he may not be winning this event, this race, but he's probably winning the streamer race, you know, becoming the #1 Path of Exile streamer, trying to take down the legendary Triparian himself. So it's a long goal, and this is just one battle towards that goal. So he's playing a different game at the same time.
As you can see, Ziz and Nugi are both laughing it up now. They realize, hey,
they're having fun. Hey, 203 is still pretty respectable, man. Give it to them. 203 is definitely a respectable time. You throw in their deaths, it's a bit higher, but without the deaths, 203 is pretty good.
It wasn't that bad at all, and you factor in, you know, the couple of the rips at the end with Ziz just dying instantly that second time he walked into the room. I think he was just panicking a little bit, or just bad luck. But,
let's get some easy claps in chat for Zizaran and Nugi. You know, they may not have won this battle, but there'll be a future battle in the future, and we'll see who wins.
So we think out of all of them, Nugi had the least rips out of a team?
I think Nugi won this minigame.
Yeah, I think so too.
Alright. Let's see if our racers are ready. You want to start with Ziz and Nugi or Gucci and DeadandDoom? What are you thinking here?
Let's interview. Let's pick the brains of the winners first. What do you think?
Sure, let's do that. Let's drag him in here.
Hello.
Hi.
So, what was the strat? Tell us about the strats in terms of the pick and bans. Let's start out right there. Was there? We saw the strats a little bit, but I'd like to hear from you guys.
Basically, give them Sunday and still shit on them. That was the plan.
Yeah.
Whoa. Am I sensing a little bit of animosity from the last race where you were trying to challenge Zizaran to a 1v1? Zizaran saying, "Hey man, I haven't eaten lunch yet. I'm gonna eat some lunch." Is this like a little bit of that coming back?
No. It's purely friendly competition.
Friendly competition.
Next time we'll go alley hit. I think maybe then the race will be fair. Alley hit and
alley hit
and wild strike, like the top builds of the season actually.
The DM is off the charts right now.
I don't even know what to say. I'm like speechless right now. Well, we'll definitely talk to them, see if we can get that set up for a future event. So when you saw the, I want to ask about pick and ban. Were your picks and bans, were they planned, or did you react to what they did?
We had like a like we already knew what we were gonna pick if we had first pick, and we knew what we were gonna ban if we had first pick, and we knew what we were gonna ban if we didn't have first pick. So I think then we wanted to give them Sunder if they got first pick, right?
Yeah.
Basically give them Sunder and we take cleave. You know, hopefully Ziz has fun leveling from 1 to 12.
Yeah, he is ground slam. It did not look pretty. You guys definitely pulled a very early lead there.
And I don't know what else. Fucking DeadandDoom choking.
What?
No,
hey, you both died though. Both of you guys died. I believe once.
My death was like, I was like out of the Sunder on my screen, but like 200 ping would do.
Yes.
On that topic, yeah, how was the ping in this race? Was it a big impact? Or did you guys handle it well?
You got asked, didn't do.
I mean, it's mainly you guys to deal with it. It's really annoying if Gucci makes the town, because then I have 350 ping in the town and it takes forever to do anything.
Yeah,
350, wow.
Like we like yesterday when we were practicing, we were like, as long as I leave party before DeadandDoom TPs the town, it shouldn't be a problem. And I think we only messed up in Brutus, right?
Yeah.
That you didn't leave party. Then other than that, it was like somewhat fine, I guess. And I'm used to like vendoring on 200 ping anyway, so it's like not a big deal.
Okay, it's not too big of an issue. Interesting.
DeadandDoom beast mode though. 300 ping Kitawa hotface standing there like a man.
Yeah, and I really like. So, one thing I have to commend you on DeadandDoom is your whirling blade speed early on. I think that definitely gave you a good advantage over Team Zugi. Essentially, because you're able to proc onslaught a lot, and you had your frenzy charge generation. It seemed like you really knew what you're doing in terms of whirling blades. You knew that was going to be a strat. Is that true? Did you know, like, right off the bat, that's what you're going to do? Once. Did you have a feeling that they were going to ban Leap Slam on you guys?
Yeah. Our practice rooms also use whirling blades. It's basically the same as Leap Slam, just a little bit slower.
How do you get over ledges then?
You don't.
So Ziz actually pulled out charge dash, but it's kind of late at that point, so...
I mean, usually I would do blink arrow swap, but we banned blink arrow for this one, so...
He still went bows though. Were you kind of hoping he still went bows? Or did you think he was going to play something else?
I at least thought he would go caster, so that's why we also banned Flame Blast.
Yeah, I'm surprised no one went Firestorm though. It's kind of like Glacial Cascade, hits multiple times on the super giant bosses.
It's probably he's not comfortable with it or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because he's like a bow player, and like by banning Blink Arrow, like we kind of take him out of his comfort zone.
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
like
that
that was, because like we were comfortable playing like whatever, but like we just wanted to make sure that they weren't comfortable with what they were playing.
Okay, okay. So we'll take it away from the race for a second. During the start, Cap and I, we were having trouble making a team name for you guys. So I think we went with like Digimon or something at the end. The start was like GucciDoom, Dead and Gucci. Like we didn't really know what to call you guys. So if you guys were to choose a team name, what would you call it?
I don't know, dude. I responded to some guy on Reddit saying Team Dead Gucci, but
Yeah, that's what I initially was saying, and then we're like, yeah, it's a little bit too dark, a little bit too ominous. So I was like, we did
I actually died, so.
Did you?
You did actually die,
that is true. That is true. What about like we're thinking like Dead Goo? There was Digimon. There was a whole bunch of different variants, but yeah, we went with like 3. I think Havoc, right? We went 3 or 4 different names for you guys.
Yeah, I don't even remember them. Oh, chat really wanted to call you Dookie, but we decided that as casters, we did not want to say that.
Yeah.
Oh, what does that mean?
I don't know. It's just it's like replacing the first letter of your first name with Dead and Doom's first letter. So
Dookie.
Oh.
Dookie. Yeah. It's either douchey or Dookie. Either one, and both are kind of. Yeah,
do you like douchey? You guys.
Here we go.
Some people may call you douches. You know. I know Ziz might not stop.
Dookie.
How about douchey?
According to Urban Dictionary, douchey means a name for those who wear Gucci and are also douchebags. So, quite a fitting name.
It's a fitting name said by the man himself. All right, we will consider calling you guys douchey in further events. We'll think about it.
Seems like a good idea. I like it. But yeah.
Alright, so any other questions?
No, I think that's it, man. Congratulations again. Well done. You guys made little mistakes here and there, a couple rips, but you pulled it off quite well with the limitations. So kudos to you guys and congratulations.
Congrats, guys.
Thanks.
All right, let's see if we can get our second team in here. Oh, accidentally dragged my caster out. Whoops. I think my caster's back in here. Let's get Zizaran and Nugi in for their interview. Hey, guys.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, guys.
So, I want to start right at the bat, separate from the race. Was there like a mini event near the very end? Seeing who could die the least on Katava? When I was looking at your camp, I saw a lot of foreheads, a lot of smiles, a lot of happy faces. So it looked like you guys were just like, you know, we lost at this point.
No,
but...
that's the thing. I just fucked up. I died from a slam, and then I re-entered instantly and turned on my auras, and that same sound killed me again.
Fair enough. We thought you guys like, you know what? Let's just see who dies the least. And I believe Nugi won. I think you had 4 deaths. Nugi had 2. So Nugi is the champion of this.
I got you baited, man. Did you see that? Did you see the Anvarius? He comes in off screen, clips me on the edge as because I see him coming in. I walk up and I still get clipped. That was not fair. That was crazy.
I was surprised how close it was until like we died.
I feel like we
you guys actually had a
caught
chance.
up a little bit in the end. I felt like we were way behind, and then we kind of started catching up just a little bit.
I'd say that start of Act 5, you started to really make some ground.
Yeah.
Where you started to really catch up. And yeah, they had a couple rips. Like initially, you guys hadn't ripped at all, and they had a 4-minute penalty. So
Yeah, if we hadn't died and we had one-man tag Tavares, I think we would have been.
I think you guys would have had a chance. It would have
like,
been really close.
Yeah.
Thoughts on the 2-hour time limit? Too little? Was it like
Oh,
you
it's
guys
too
under pressure?
little.
I think
Well,
if you, I don't know.
I guess it's okay for like the pro races, but for like
think, like,
as
210
an
is probably
intermediate
better.
racer, it would be hard.
Yeah, I'm thinking 210 too, because we didn't really consider, hey, we're going to see 3 movement skill bans, which definitely extends the race by maybe 10 minutes, if not more. On that topic, did you adapt to rolling blades, Ziz? Did chat tell you, or did you think of that on your own? And the charge dash?
No, like we were talking about that like early on.
Oh, okay. So you
Oh,
definitely
we were
kinda
talking
had-
about that before our practice run earlier. Like if the reason we didn't practice with it is because neither of us could buy whirling blades.
Ah, okay.
And we like just wanted to throw off their bans to not get. We were actually gonna assume that Sunder got banned, so I was gonna go War Chief.
Ooh, so they actually wanted to give you Sunder if they did not have first pick.
Why?
Because they wanted to remove all the... they expect you to ban Sleep Slam, so they did not think they had to ban it themselves. And they wanted to give you Sunder and then take Cleave to make sure you're leveling early on was basically horrendous. How was Ground Slam?
I don't think it's... Yeah, I think the early leveling was kind of bad. I think that could be set up better. I don't think it's that big of a deal, honestly.
Yeah, I don't think we.
I think we ran our zones really poorly. Like we had only, honestly, to 12. Have we run our zones better, like our caverns? I think we lost 4 minutes at that point, but it should only have been. It should have been less than 2. And at that, and then I don't think it's a bad trade-off at all.
Yeah, well, like Fire Trap and Ground Slam worked really good because it's decent damage and start.
Yeah, you're only behind maybe 4 minutes at Merville, maybe 6, something like that. So it was relatively
close.
6,
probably 2 or 3. 3
I
or
think
4,
it was 4.
sorry.
I think they had like, what was it, like 19?
Something like that, around there, and you guys were like 21,
had 22, so maybe 3 minutes.
Yeah, 3 or 4, give or take.
Yeah, I don't feel like it was worth it for them to do that.
So would you say it's like layouts and stuff like that is what actually changed or gave them that lead early on?
Act 1, yeah, we had bad layouts. They were very long. We kind of debated ourselves a few times. Definitely, I definitely need to go and read up on some zones. But yeah, they were very long.
Okay, so on the topic of Act 1, actually, you did the same thing last race. With Rise, you opted to go to Mudflats first, and then one guy, you buy 2 TPs. So one guy then does Hellrick, the other one keeps running to Ledge. DeadandDoom and Gucci, they decided to just run straight to Hellrick and log out, which is what the winning team, and also the team that got the early lead in the last run, did. Do you think in future runs you'll opt to go straight for Hellrick and just log out? That seems to be the better strategy so far.
Yeah, maybe.
It's hard to say. I don't think it's necessarily... I actually don't think it's better.
You get a Quicksilver in Submerged though, in
race,
Mudflats.
You do get to Quicksilver through Mudflats, but you also lose 40 seconds or something.
But think about this though, since you'll be, let's say you get to like level 2 and 90% of Hellrick, right? You go into the waypoint, you enter Mudflats, you use your charges, you level up, you get another 2 charges, and you level up again, versus hey, I go into Submerged early, I'm already level 4, level 5, and you've lost those extra Quicksilver charges you would have gained from levels.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's true.
I don't think that's a big difference though.
No?
I think it's very close to being the same. I remember so many party races, and there's been so much, like, back in the day as well, like so much discussion on this, on which is actually better. And the thing is, you level up less now than you did back then, right? I think back in the day in the party races, you used to get to like 4 or 5 before you hit Ledge even. We were hoping that we would maybe get a portal scroll earlier. I will say maybe it's worth it just so you don't have to use 2 portal scrolls, right? And so that could be 2 iron rings instead if you're buying the portal scroll. And so that I think has more of an impact. I don't think the Quicksilver makes up for it. I think that's the same. I think maybe the currency makes it a little bit better. So I'm not entirely. I think if you're in a party race, if you're more than 2, it's better to split. I think maybe if you're only 2, it might actually be better running both 2 Hellring. Also, you get the early trade, you get more power, right? Because you get like a lot of gear. You get to sell early. You get to get more items early rather than having to wait all the way. Because you end up waiting, going all the way to town at what? After Mudflats, like somewhere like in.
That is true. Yeah.
Inside the caverns, I think that might actually matter more. Just the gear you get from it.
Interesting. Okay. On the topic of Quicksilvers, actually, what's your opinion on the Den quest in Act 2? We mentioned it last week, but neither team went for it.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Not worth it when you have Whirling Blades. It's already so fast.
Yeah, I think I could have benefited from it though.
No, let me ask you just real quick. Why didn't you give Nugi your Quicksilver when you're in like docks area? Like you had like your whirling blades up pretty quick, and you had
I needed it for resist. So I was like super low in resist.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, we couldn't understand. I was like, I wonder why he isn't dropping it for Nugi. You know, he would benefit from it until he went to a different flask. But that makes complete sense.
My bow sucked. Couldn't kill.
Last this bow sucked. I thought his bows were pretty good. Does bow suck?
I mean, okay, he had a good one with IPD. I think, what was your initial one? You had like 40 something IPD on one. It was decent, and then you went to like a recurve or something that only had flat fizz. It wasn't very good.
Upgrading the bows is important.
Wasn't
Even
that
if you have,
LD one like
insane? So I went from short bow into 19 IPD, 7 attack speed longbow, into a recurve bow with it's an 18 versus a 10 base. So that in itself, like a wide base, I think it's about the same. And then like a 10 to 18 flat cold roll, and flat LE rolls are actually very powerful early on because you're like specking only projectile damage and attack speed. So it's actually even. Like physical damage and LE damage are even completely. And that roll is like that's like having a 50 IPD roll on a bow. Something like that. Or a low IPD roll to get like a somewhat high LE roll.
Yeah, and leveling bow characters they live and die by their gear, man. So obviously, when you have kind of crappy RNG in terms of gear, while leveling a bow character in a race, you know you kind of suffer. So I was always paying attention to your gear, especially because I know leveling you're squishy and you need damage, you need gear, and so I noticed some of your bows are kind of suspect and some are actually decent. So you kind of had a mix of RNG there.
Yeah. No, there was when we started in Act 5. That's where I got a good bow, and that's where I could actually start farming.
And your quiver was decent. It had 54 life roll, I think, at one point. Like that was
wasn't
bad, but
that was okay. But normally, like the thing is, I crafted my gear really poorly this time because I would normally have alked a quiver or something. Because there are so many good rolls on quivers, like so many. You can get attack speed, 4 flat rolls. There's very few bad prefixes, so you're just in heaven. Like alk a quiver at the right level, and I can just carry you for like 10 level.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I made a mistake there, not upgrading my quiver earlier.
I was surprised how little damage Thunder did. Like, we were doing a practice run earlier with two-handed cleave, like without any movement effects. So we're expecting a lot to get banned. And I had, when we did Kitava, I had 4,000 plus DPS. On Thunder I had 1.7k.
Now, let me ask you, because Leap Slam was banned, right? People kind of go dual wield because you get that extra attack speed, and it goes both to your Sunder and your Leap Slam. This time you didn't have Leap Slam. Did you maybe want to go two-hand early on until you're able to get Whirling Blades, or maybe go?
I tried, but I didn't find any two-hand early on. I didn't have strength for one. Like I found a tribal maul, and I was like, "Oh, sweet! Ah, fuck, strength."
Feels bad.
Yeah, that hurts. But yeah, I mean, in terms of that's the only thing I was wondering about your Sunder early on. Why you went two-hand. It didn't go two-hand early on, but that makes complete sense.
I actually wonder what would have happened if we had gone War Chief instead, right? So it sits with War Chief. Would that have been better, right? Because then there's Cleave and Sunder left, and then we leave it to what's it called? Oh, then we would have been able to pick both. No, we couldn't. Then at 28, you would have had. War Chief all the way, right? Because then he has to pick either Cleave or Sunder. Or maybe they pick both at that point. They just pick Sunder and Cleave.
Exactly.
But then they have no damage. I don't.
They got carried by the damage by Gucci's Glacial Cascade.
Your
damage is definitely not as strong in comparison. So War Chief could have been the answer. Who knows?
I don't think the damage was really we shouldn't have struggled too much on damage. I think because we benefit from he runs hatred, so I get that as well. And I don't know. I feel like a decent we should have good enough damage.
Okay, I'm just gonna end our interview with one more question. So Gucci said they would love to race you guys again. I don't know if this is some animosity between Ziz and Gucci or something. Who knows, but they love to race you again, and they said they will pick Ellie, Hit, and Wild Strike in the next race. If you race them again, would you ban those two skills? Do they scare you?
No.
No.
What?
Alright, we'll definitely try to get this set up in the future, so you guys are down to race them under those pretenses.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay, is that a yes? No?
I think
when it was
if
that
we all like, I don't know, I'll be down for everyone picking in.
Ziz saying that's a bit insulting. Okay, okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was pretty close. If we would have one-man tagged Avarius and wouldn't have died, we would have been ahead.
Indeed. Okay, we'll definitely delve into this later on, especially Gucci's so-called unprofessional nature BMing the competition.
BM, yeah, the BM is pretty real right now from Gucci, but yeah.
I'll say this: I think it was closer than it should have been, so they can take that however they want it.
Ooh.
Okay, okay. Well,
Nugi firing back with
you know, let's just leave it here.
That's just complimenting Dead and Doom's a really good racer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or maybe not as good.
Ooh, now that is BM. Like that's fighting words.
Look how everyone's so mean to each other.
Come on, guys.
Tear this family apart.
PMA. Remember that. So let's end it here. I think this is definitely give the fans a lot of stuff to think about. You know, we're WWE now, so that's awesome. We'll see who will win the belt next week. Thanks again for joining us, Nugi and Ziz.
Thanks for having us.
Congrats, guys. Good race.
All right, let's drag him out of here. So, I'd say expected results. Yeah, Dead and Doom winning.
Yes, expected results, but it was like Nugi said, it was closer than I think a lot of people thought. And I think, you know, a couple mistakes on Team Zugi's end, if those were minimized, there could have been, you know, anybody's race. I mean,
yep. So
it was to be expected. I think everybody kind of had. I think the crowd favorite was Team Dead Gucci or Dead Goo or Digimon, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, it was closer than even I thought. So hell of a race. And I like to see maybe Nugi versus Dead and Doom next week. Yeah, 1-1.
Yeah, well, definitely. There's a lot of like the fans really want to do these grudge matches, like 1v1s, but the players are very hesitant to do them. A lot of them like to talk, but none of them like to walk the walk. So eventually we'll get them. See, DeadandDoom says, let's go right now. Unfortunately, the next event starts in like 30 minutes, so maybe another time. Maybe after our official event today, we'll have a unofficial 1v1. So let's see if they are down for that.
That'd be fun to see.
All right.
An unofficial match. That would be fun to see. But anyways.
Yep. So coming up next, we have Event 22, a normal Zaro kill. This is our streamer event. Participating in this event is No Gruel, past participant, Mr. Llama, past participant, and 2 new racers, Defect and Beat Anga. That's a pretty cool name. Beat Anga. Beat my anger. Oh, that's pretty cool. Anyways, commentators for this event are Don the Crown and Cooters. The restrictions are no Sunder. This is starting in approximately 30 minutes, so we'll be cutting to a quick commercial again. I'm Havoc616. Casting with me is ex-professional Quake player Blasting Cap. We'll see you guys in a bit. Stay tuned.
Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.